Rafel is the cornerback on the right side.
They're blasting that music pretty good for you outside, Steve. Let's take a look now at the Mustangs on offense.
On offense, Devon Kravosky is the left tackle. Andrew Molyneux, left guard. Josh Kelly is your center. Billy Barton, right guard. Cam Bradley is the right tackle. Tight end is Caden Friel. Quarterback, of course, is Rodney Gallagher. His wide receivers are Lehue, Black, and Rafel, and also DeShields and Baker in there as well. And who's at tailback tonight, Brian? I can't read.
It is Tristan Baker at tailback tonight.
Okay, Baker at tailback, okay.
Of course, Rodney Gallagher, the quarterback.
Yeah, that's correct.
Defensively for Ringgold, the Pahalik brothers are at the ends. Jacob the left end, Austin the right end. Two defensive tackles are Robert Taylor and Zach Cheplik. Linebackers Maddox Sukal, Jamar Bethea, Kevin Willis, and Donald Tustin. And in the secondary, we'll see Sebastian Buchak-Sandy, Siobhan Maduse, and Daryl Tolliver. Not exactly the easiest names out there for the Ringgold Rams tonight, Steve. We'll try to keep track of them the best as we can as the captain's now meeting here at the 50-yard line. The Mustangs in their home blues today, white numbers, red trim. The Ringgold Rams in the away whites, navy blue pants, gold trim and gold helmets. The Mustangs won the toss. They have deferred. So Ringgold will get the football first, and the Mustangs will work left to right as we describe it here in the opening quarter.
Ringgold has elected to receive.
Brian Morozak along with Steve Super, Donnie Santor, Snags behind the camera for us tonight.
Snags in the house.
Yes, and you're outside with Snags. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Our live video stream tonight courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and Maruca's Pizza Shop.
And I'm glad to see Snags brought an extra coat and a hat just in case he's preparing for this weather. It's pretty nice now, Brian, but you know, third, fourth quarter, it can get a little chilly out here. I know you're in the friendly confines in there, the toasty, warm clubhouse there, the press box, but you know, you got to brave the elements. It's football weather, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Harry Radcliffe set to kick off for the Mustangs. He was one of the Mustangs honored here today. They actually went through 53 seniors before the start of the game. Not only the football team, the band, the cheerleaders, the golf team, cross-country team. They brought them all out tonight.
I think they did the whole school.
Yes.
Which is good. Good to see everybody get recognized. Parents and family members get to go out and walk on the field. A lot of people have probably never been on that football field. It's nice for them to get a feel for it.
Dungy and Newton back deep to receive for the Ringgold Rams. Let's see if Harry sends it deep. And the kickoff, a little squibber down on the far side, and it will be Dungy picking it up. He's actually just going to go down here at the 8-yard line. Not sure what that was all about, Steve.
He couldn't pick. It was like a hot potato. He was trying to stab it with a fork, and he couldn't pick it up. And he decided he probably got a little bit uptight, thinking, okay, I better do something here. And he just fell down on it. Just probably a smart play at that point, not to make a bad situation any worse. So the Ringgold Rams will start on their own. They say the 10, but it looks more like the 9 to me.
Actually just shy of the 9-yard line. Their quarterback is Alex Cacagno, so we might see some of the freshmen, Matthew Bahana, tonight as well, as Cacagno works out of the shotgun, little screen near side. Pass complete, and a nice little pickup here, Steve, close to a first down. In fact, I think the Rams got the first down on that reception. Dante Newton picking up 10 to move the chains.
Yeah, like I said, you don't want to give a team that's wounded any hope, and that's a good first down play for the Rams.
Mention Ringgold has scored just 3 touchdowns all season. They've lost the last 3 weeks by identical 42-0 scores. Cacagna looking for another screen on the far side, complete again.
Wow.
And with a little tackle break there and taking it down to the 26-yard line. That reception going to Evan Parsons. For a gain of 6.
He made Gallagher miss. Gallagher whiffed on that one. You don't see that very often.
You figure for Ringgold, they have a game against Trinity next week, but
somebody's hurt, Brian, number 6.
That's Rafel. Caleb Rafel coming off.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's feeling really good there.
I think he took a shot below the belt.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be back going again very soon. There's an inside handoff to Dante Newton trying to spin forward. Well read by Laurel Highlands defensively as Newton loses 2. Bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Mustangs, that was number 52. That's Pletcher. Boy, we've called his name a bunch in the last couple weeks. And another good play there. That's the first time they really tried to run the ball.
Fletcher came into the game, 29 tackles and 3 sacks so far this season. Now a 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Ringgold Rams. They'll go with a triple left formation. Another quick screen here on the near side, and breaking a tackle coming forward again is Dante Newton for another Ringgold first down. Needed only 5, got 8 to move the sticks up to the 33-yard line.
Late flag. And number 76 for the Rams looks upset with something. But the official threw it pretty late. Let's see what the call is.
I wonder if that's going to be a dead ball foul against the Mustangs.
Unsportsmanlike.
No, against Ringgold. I think they did signal dead ball foul. So it would be first down. Our referees tonight, the head referee is Matt Shipton. Umpire is George Hickler. Line judge is Dustin Raymond.
15 yards.
Mike Van Silo is the head linesman. Side judge Tom Hackey. And the field judge is Ted Sebetich.
We'll see if they reset the, because he got the first down and the play was over.
It should be first and 10.
Should be first and 10, so they should move the sticks back. Yeah, the official.
They are going to do that. The line of scrimmage now will be the 17-yard line, so very rare you see a team pick up 2 first downs on a drive and then start another first down series inside the 20. That's what's happened to Ringgold here today. Twin receivers to each side, and another handoff going here to Newton, and that time Newton met at the line as he tried to run across the right side for no gain to bring up second down and 10. The 2 backs they'll rotate today. Dante Newton, a 6'2", 201 junior, and Maddox Sukol, a 6'2", 175 junior.
And Lewis on the tackle. Nice play there.
Now second and 10. Ringgold repositioning their personnel. Once again, you have Newton off to the left of Cacagna in the backfield. Twin receivers to each side once again for the Ringgold Rams. Ball on the far hash mark. The 18-yard line. Cacagna looking to put it up. A little dump off here on the near side. That one went to the tight end, Kevin Willis. And Willis able to take it up to the 27-yard line, close to another Ringgold first down. I think they have it. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So a 10-yard gain there on the hookup from Cacagna to Willis. That's the 3rd first down of this drive for Ringgold, which was hampered by a dead ball, 15-yard personal foul. But the Rams at least moving the sticks here early on. A good sign for Ringgold.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I was talking to their camera guy that does the filming, for the game films, and he said, "Hey, we're not that bad." I mean, he was pretty high on it. He said, "Hey, we've lost a lot of games, and I know we had a couple lopsided scores, but we've made some pretty good plays. We got some decent players."
Jet sweep there, Steve, going nowhere. It went to Zaire Dungy and Caden Friel making the tackle about 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up second and 16. 8:53 left on a running clock here in the opening quarter, opening drive of the game for the Ringgold Rams.
From the Ringgold 21-yard line.
Now this is a position obviously Ringgold doesn't want to get in here, Steve, on a second and long.
Almost 4 minutes and the ball still at the 20-yard line. It's only second down.
But the good news for Ringgold, the game's scoreless.
The game is scoreless.
Cacagna again with Newton off to his right. They'll stick with the same formation. Twin receivers to each side on the 2nd and 16. Cacagna looking to put it up. Has time. Throws across the middle once against the tight end Kevin Willis. Breaking a couple of tackles, and Willis able to take it down to the Ringgold 48 with another late flag coming in. Gain of 27 on the hookup there. Cacagna to Willis.
See that flag is over by the Ringgold sideline. I wonder what that's all about. The Ringgold coaches do not look happy.
It ends up being a spot foul.
Sideline warning.
So no damage done on the Ringgold side. That's the Ringgold's 4th first down on this opening drive. And actually going to roll Willis down to the 46. And now Ringgold again setting up the personnel. Darryl Tolliver lining up in the slot right. They have Austin Pahowick.
This quarterback has a little sidearm delivery, kind of like the guy from the Chiefs. He just,
Mahomes.
Yeah, he just kind of like slings it sideways.
Triple right set might have been movement. Ringgold signaling that Laurel Highlands had crossed early. We'll wait for the signal here from Matt Shipton. An offsides penalty here against the Mustangs. So the 1st and 10 becomes a 1st and 5.
Yep.
It takes it into Mustang territory at the Laurel Highlands 49. So Ringgold trying to play spoiler here on Laurel Highlands Senior Day. With a good opening drive, they've taken 4 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock already. And they have it for the first time in Laurel Highlands territory now at the Mustang 49. Cacagna looking over to the far sidelines. Marcus McCullough, the head coach
Most of
the
the
Ringgold Rams.
Most of the damage has been through the air.
Yes, all of these little dump-offs. Run going here to Newton. Newton off tackle right side with a little head of steam, and it took Rodney Gallagher to knock him out of bounds at the Laurel Highlands 33-yard line. 16-yard run there from Dante Newton.
With the ball, run out of bounds by Gallagher.
And the Mustang defense, Steve, which has been so solid here over the last couple of weeks,
First down
showing some holes here tonight.
at the Laurel Highlands 33.
And granted, it's still very early.
Well, they've had a bend but don't break mentality all season. They've given up chunks of yards at times, but they seem to stiffen up when they get inside the 20.
Cacagna out of the gun, has time, looks deep middle, man open, and it's tipped away at the last minute by Caleb Rayful. Good to see him back out there for Laurel Highlands on that pass that was intended for Evan Parsons inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good play by Rayful just to get one of his hands on that football. And the receiver was actually past him. And it was a pretty good throw by the quarterback.
2nd and 10 now, line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 33-yard line. Cacagna again with Newton off to his left. And Newton will take the carry here, trying to turn the corner on the right side. He's hit behind the line and dropped for a loss on the play. Good penetration there from Tristan McCoy, among others, to tackle Newton behind the line for a 2-yard loss to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, McCoy upended him.
McCoy actually came into the game leading the Mustangs with 60 tackles on the season. Tristan McCoy, a 5'10", 180 junior. Also a sack, and now we're going to get a timeout, it looks like. Timeout taken here. Who called it there, Steve?
The official didn't give a signal, but apparently there's
an injury.
Injury, yeah.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. Mustang down on the far side. So we'll step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Back here at Mustang Field, opening drive of the game for the Ringgold Rams. Laurel Highlands has yet to touch the football yet. Ringgold driving. They have it at the Mustang 35-yard line, facing a 3rd and 13. Any idea, Steve, who the Mustang is that's down on the field?
Number 15, McCoy.
WPIAL playoffs.
So Tristan McCoy, who had that last tackle for a loss for the Mustangs, down on the field, and he's been down for quite some time.
Yeah, it's odd that he went down 10 yards behind where he made the tackle, so maybe we had the wrong number on the tackle. I thought it was him, though.
I thought it was McCoy as well, but sometimes you get that little sensation maybe a little bit after making the tackle. He's walking off under his own power, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, they got a hold of his helmet, though. That's not a good sign. The trainer's holding his helmet.
At least he's walking off.
Yep.
Now, big play here for Ringgold. Likely 4-down territory, you would think, at this juncture of the field. And the Mustang 35. Their kicker is Abby Whaley. We saw her playing for the Ringgold girls soccer team a couple of weeks ago. Now 3rd and 13 here for the Rams. Cacagna, they're coming after him, trying to set up the middle screen. Did it get picked off? No. In and out of the hands of the Mustangs, Tristan Baker.
Baker, it hit him right between the 1 and the 0 on his jersey, and it just fell to the ground. Good job by Baker to get in the right spot. Obviously here, way too far for a field goal for anybody.
Interesting, Steve. The kicker, Abby Whaley, her brother, Aiden Whaley's the punter.
Wow.
So they keep it in the family.
She kicks him down, he punts him back.
Yes. Now 4th and 13 for the Rams. Cacagna taking the snap, scrambling to the near side. Cacagna, plenty of time now, looking back to the far side, has a little running room. Cacagna looking for a block inside the 30, inside the 25. Try to reach forward, but short of the 1st down.
Well, pretty good drive by the Rams.
Needed 13.
You got about 8, 9.
So the Mustangs will take over on downs when we come back. 6:25 left here in the opening quarter. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Ringgold here on the C.R. Browning Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Phone 724-437-2799.
And the Mustangs start this drive with a screen completed to Keandre DeShields. Nice to see him back in the lineup for Laurel Highlands. And Keandre on the near side taking it down to the 34-yard line, 7-yard pickup to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Big George gets to wave his foam finger for hasn't had it out for a couple weeks. And there was another flag. Holding on the Mustangs.
Block foul, 10 yards.
You're going to spot that. The flag was thrown just past the 30-yard line, so they'll march it back here to the 20, and we'll first down again. I was joking with Big George. I was surprised he wasn't out here escorting Keandre out for senior day. He's such a big fan.
Well,
now 1st and long here for the Mustangs. 1st and 17 as Gallagher sends Baker out, and we have illegal motion. He had 2 guys moving at the same time.
And again, this is one of the keys. I got my little tip sheet from Coach Edenfield again, and one of the things he said in his spot with me, he basically said that he's going to they want to eliminate dead ball penalties, and so far that's the first one. Of course, the holding call was
against Laurel Highlands.
Not a dead ball penalty, but still penalties are going the wrong way here. So we got to get the ship turned around.
They actually called that offsides on the offense. You normally see the false starts. I guess you had somebody actually jumping across the line.
No, what could have happened there? They might have lined up offsides.
Correct. Now 1st and 23, high snap. Rod brings it down. Screen complete on the far side going to Keandre. It's the 15-20, and Keandre upended at the 22-yard line after picking up 7 yards on the play by Donald Tustin.
Well, if anything, Keandre looks like he's moving pretty good.
Yes, he is. Mustangs with both Keandre DeShields and Jaden Tucker back in the lineup today. I think the Mustangs primarily just using Keandre on offense today, just limiting his reps a little bit. I think one of the reasons you might have Gallagher in there as the starting safety tonight for Laurel Highlands defensively. Triple right formation. It's 2nd and 15. The Mustangs need the 37 for a first down as Rodney takes the snap, scrambles to the near side. Well, backside pressure coming. He's just going to get rid of it and throw it out of bounds. Bring up 3rd down and 15.
Gallagher's pass.
So a slow start. Again, you go back to last week, Steve. The Mustangs didn't have their first down until about the 8-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
And I tell you what's tough. One of the things difficult. I mean, Gallagher and the plays, a lot of these are broken plays that he ends up making big plays. But sometimes he scrambles around like that. He can keep himself alive back there so long that the linemen have a tendency to go downfield. They have to be very careful.
Always tough on those read option plays. They'll bring Leland Lehue in motion. It's 3rd and 15, and again.
That one looked like that Ringgold to me jumped offsides. Yep.
Does go against the Rams. Mustangs will take that. The 3rd and 15 becomes a 3rd and 10.
And whoever's running the scoreboard is not keeping track of the 3rd down. It's been said 3rd down and 10 to go for the whole game.
3rd down now and 10.
I don't know if they're fixing that or not, but
we're down to 5:08 left here in this opening quarter. Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Baker out to his right. Twins to each side as Rodney takes the snap. They're coming after him, tries to step up, spin forward, and Rod's still on his feet, and they're finally brought down. Actually a yard behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down and 11. So the Mustangs struggling on their opening drive, and Harry Ratcliffe will have to come out to punt it away.
Gallagher, the ball carrier, loss of 1. Will bring up a 4th down and 11.
Harry standing back at his own 12-yard line.
This is always dangerous, Brian. I know we've talked about it all season, but the punting in high school football, I mean, Radcliffe's a good punter, but sometimes, you
Timeout Ringgold.
Yep.
We'll take a timeout as well. 4:32 left here in the opening quarter. Scoreless, Laurel Highlands and Ringgold back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Planning a sports fundraiser? B Graphics makes it easy. B Graphics will set up an online store with hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other gear with your team and school logo. Ordering, shipping, payment, B Graphics handles everything, and you get a check with the profits. Minimal effort, maximum success. Call or go online to set up your online store at bgraphics.com. B-E-E, graphics with an X.com. Best of the best, screen printing and embroidery 3 years running. bgraphics.com.
Short punt there from Harry Ratcliffe, and it takes a Mustang bounce. And Ringgold's going to let it go, and it'll die at the Rams' 42-yard line, and that's where Ringgold will start 1st and 10. Now, Steve, each team has had the football once. Your early thoughts here so far this evening?
Well, early indications of the Ringgold Rams came to play. I mean, the Mustangs did nothing offensively. A couple of penalties stifled a good play by the Shields, but the Rams were able actually to move the football and really had a 4th down and 14 or so, and almost got the 1st down on a scramble. So they've got to be pretty pleased.
Ringgold starting this drive at their own 41-yard line. Cacagna back out of the shotgun. Newton off to his left. And Cacagna in some trouble trying to step up, and he'll get sacked back to the 34-yard line. Loss of 7 on the play. A couple of Mustangs getting to him there. Coming out of the POW, no surprise to see Lucas Ferens in on the tackle. He also had both John Pletcher and Billy Barton in the vicinity as well, and all three of those guys have done a great job defensively throughout the course of the season.
Well, the whole defense really has played really terrific football, for most of the season. They've given up yards at times, but they've, they stiffened at the inside the 20s, the other team gets down there, but they've played some really inspired football.
2nd and 17 now, back at the 34. Screen near side and getting driven back after making the reception. Ferens on the tackle that time of Maddox Sukul, who rotated in place of Dante Newton.
Well, that's a great play by Lucas Ferens. And, one thing, if you're going to throw those little swing passes, you can't do them every other play. I mean, the defensive ends are going to, you got Friel and Ferens out there, two pretty good players. They're going to snip those out. And not only are you going to get a couple of losses, you may get a pick 6, one of those, if you try that too many times.
Has a loss of 4, bring up 3rd down and 21. So 2 plays going the wrong way for the Ringgold Rams, losing 7 on 1st down, then losing 4 on 2nd down. Newton back into the left of Cacagna. Cacagna looking deep far side, just overthrew his intended wide receiver, but flags come in. I think they're going to get Leland Lehue here on the pass interference of Darrell Tolliver. The good news, though, for the Mustangs, Steve, no automatic 1st down on the pass interference. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Intended for Tolliver is incomplete. Flag on the play.
So 15-yarder?
15-yarder, but again, no automatic 1st down. In the high school game, they changed that rule a couple of years ago. Actually called defensive holding. So no pass interference, just defensive holding.
Is that automatic 1st down?
No, I don't believe that is either in the high school game. I think the defensive holding is only a 5-yard penalty. So instead of getting the 15-yarder for...
They marked off 10 yards.
10 yards, so 10 yards. So 3rd and 21 becomes 3rd and 11. The public address announcer said 5. It's actually 10. We should know better.
From the 40-yard line.
It's now 3rd and 11 with 2:43 left here in the opening quarter. Ringgold, their 2nd drive of the game, and this one's still scoreless. Ringgold and Laurel Highlands. Line of scrimmage now, the Ringgold 40. And coaching staff, maybe they're not aware, Steve, it's not an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, there seems to be a little confusion over there, but that's a
correct call.
Yep.
And that rule was changed maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a while since it was instituted.
but it's manageable. 3rd and 11.
And Cacagno looking to throw again. Looking deep middle once again with a man open and on the run. Making the reception inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line is Evan Parsons.
Wow, what a throw and what a catch by Parsons. He just threw it up and let his man run under it. That was a big-time play there, and there's a roughing the passer penalty.
Well, it was a 46-yard gain.
Yeah, and
on the hookup there from Cacagno to Parsons, and you'll add on half the distance to the goal line after the personal foul roughing the passer penalty. So not what the Mustangs wanted to see here early on against a Ringgold team, as we mentioned.
Rams better let the official mark off the penalty. There you go. They want to get up and snap the ball right away.
And Ringgold came into this game 0-8, had scored only 3 touchdowns all season. They've lost 31 straight conference games on the field. They did pick up 1 win as a part of a forfeit win. They've lost 13 straight games overall. The Mustangs in some trouble here. And here's Cacagno pulling it down, looking to run between the tackles. He'll get down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. 3-yard gain to bring up the 2nd and goal from the 4.
The ball came loose, but the official marked him down. But
this is where your defense really needs to step up here, Steve.
Well, we've been doing it all year.
Under 2 minutes left here in this opening quarter.
I can tell you the temperature's dropping out here. Snags agrees with me on that. He's got his, he put his jacket on. He's got a tassel cap he didn't put on yet, but he's getting ready to do that, I think.
Dante Newton to the left of Alex Cacagno in the backfield. Triple left set. It'll be Newton on the inside run, and Newton into the end zone for a Ringgold touchdown. Only the 4th touchdown Ringgold has scored all year, but they go up 6-0 over Laurel Highlands here at the 1:38 mark of the opening quarter.
Good drive by the Rams. A great pass to set it up, and then the roughing the passer gets them closer, and that's a nice bit of running there by the Rams to get off. Pretty shifty run there by Newton.
They'll bring in Abby Whaley for the extra points.
Whaley to attempt the extra point.
She's 2 of 3 on extra points so far this season. High snap. Good kick there from Whaley. It's on the way and good, and Ringgold strikes first, a 7-0 lead for the Rams over the Mustangs. 1:38 left here in the opening quarter, and we're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
So Dante Newton, a 4-yard touchdown run for the Ringgold Rams. Abby Whaley adding the extra point, capping off a 5-play, 59-yard drive. Took 2:52 off the clock, and the Ringgold Rams strike first, a 7-0 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs here at the 1:38 mark of the first.
Gallagher deep to receive.
Abby Whaley to kick it off. Rodney Gallagher back deep to receive here for the Mustangs.
She did a pretty good job on that extra point. Got it up pretty high. Went over the band. That's the Ringgold band, I guess, over there to our left.
She was a good soccer player. If I remember, Steve, when I did the Laurel Highlands Ringgold girls soccer game, she sent in a free kick from about 40 yards out. She's going to squib it here on the far side at the 35-yard line. That was one of the Mustang up men. Might have been Hunter Kuzier there. We'll wait for the confirmation as the players get off the pile there. Right, it was Rafel.
Yep.
Taking it back to the 40.
Yeah, I don't know. That it was more of just a little pooch kick, if you will. It was end over end. If you're going to do one of those, you might as well squib it on the ground and make it difficult for the Mustangs to pick it up. That was pretty easy for Rafel to catch it, and I think the Rams are lucky he didn't get farther upfield. He could have really got some pretty good yards there.
Mustangs need an answer back here. Triple right set from their own 41. They'll go on the inside here to Jaden Tucker, back after missing last week. Got just a yard down to the 42. And see, if you look at the rushing yards for Laurel Highlands so far this season, with the exception of a couple of rushes that Antoine Black broke off earlier, they've really struggled on the ground. And, of course, Gallagher running the ball well, but Black came in 29 carries for $166. Tucker, on the other hand, just 24 carries for 72 yards. 2nd and 9. Rodney back out of the shotgun. Same formation. They're coming after him, trying to set up the middle screen. Has a man there, and it's Antoine Black with plenty of open field. Black inside the 40, down the far sideline, inside the 30, cuts back to the 25. Antoine Black inside the 20, inside the 15, breaks another tackle and takes it down to the 5-yard line. Antoine Black, 53-yard run after the catch to set up a 1st and goal for Laurel Highlands. That was some shifty running, Steve.
Well, shifty running, but he had a wide open field in front of him. The first 30 yards of that were pretty easy for just about any running back, but then at the end, like you said, he made some moves. But that was a well-designed play by the Mustangs.
Mustangs going quickly. Rodney taking the direct snap, scrambling near side. He's going to run it in as the Mustangs get back to within 1 at 7-6. 6-yard touchdown run for Rodney Gallagher. The Mustangs, with 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter, get back to within 1 of the Ringgold Rams.
Yep, that was a pretty quick, 2-play drive?
3-play drive.
3-play drive, yeah.
Yeah, the Tucker run, and then the run after the catch from Black, and then the Gallagher touchdown run. Now Harry Radcliffe on, trying to tie the game.
And Pletcher got to get out there.
Had a couple of these issues, Steve, on special teams throughout the course of the year with personnel coming in late. Pletcher able to get out there now as Leland Leahy puts it down, and Radcliffe plenty of distance on that kick. It's up on the way and good. So
flags.
So with 31 seconds to go.
Flags thrown down at the 5-yard line. Players coming off to the sideline. So we'll check the flags when we come back. Tied at 7. Back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm attorney Trip Radcliffe of Radcliffe Law. I've practiced law in Fayette County for over 40 years. The success of our firm is the result of our clients trusting us to make the best decisions on their behalf when they're injured in an accident. We tell our clients, you get yourself better, we will deal with the rest. If you've been hurt in an accident, call us today to set up a free consultation, 724-439-3939. We have Saturday appointments for your convenience. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Stop by Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini, Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99. Or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Check out some of Big Al's other homemade food items, including pasta salads, macaroni salads, and deli items. Big Al's Market and Six-Pack Shop, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Phone 724-550-4252.
The Mustangs picked up a personal foul after the touchdown. So they'll kick off now from the 25-yard line to get the touchdown, a 6-yard run from Rodney Gallagher. Harry Radcliffe adding the extra point, just a 3-play, 59-yard drive. Took 1:02 off the clock to tie the game up at 7.
Yeah, pretty good drive by the Mustangs. You hate to see that personal foul after the play, but Radcliffe's been booing them pretty deep all year, so hopefully he can get one off so we don't let them start in too good a field position.
Harry with a run up and a solid boot once again down on the far side. I'll go back to the 20-yard line on the run back. That's Dungy, and Dungy a little cut back the 34 to the 35, and that's where Ringgold will start 1st and 10 as he's brought down by Caleb Rayful and a couple of others down there as well in kick coverage, including John Duke and Damon Pratt. So Ringgold scoring on their opening drive. A Dante Newton 4-yard touchdown run. Actually, their last drive was their 2nd drive of the game. The Mustangs coming back. Just a 3-play drive to tie the game up at 7. We have 24 seconds left here in this opening quarter. The Rams sticking with Kakagna here with Newton off to his right now. Triple left formation, ball on the right hash mark, the 35-yard line. An inside run going here to Newton and going nowhere. Mustangs plug that up well for no gain, and that might be the final play of this opening quarter.
Pletcher again.
Pletcher, the 5'11", 180 junior.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was 54. That was
Barton on the other side. There's your 2 defensive tackles. Pletcher left defensive tackle, Barton right defensive tackle. Barton came in 34 tackles on the season. That'll end the opening quarter tied at 7. Laurel Highlands and Ringgold. We're back with the 2nd and 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in. John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown. So fall is in full swing, and so are the new 2023 models. Order banks are open now for the 2023 Explorer, Expedition, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Edge, Ranger, and the all-new design 2023 Ford Escape. Super Duty opens next week. If you have a lease ending, or just have an itch, or maybe just plain curious, stop, click, or call today.
We have unclaimed new inventory available arriving daily, so don't be bashful. Visit one of our friendly sales consultants and stake your claim on your new ride. Remember, the early bird gets the worm. Don't get left out. Pre-owned, we got them. 82 on our website as of today. Most are certified with factory warranty. Have a vehicle you just don't need anymore? We will make you an offer even if you don't buy a vehicle from us.
That's Ford of Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or FordofUniontown.com. We're now offering online maintenance appointments.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, start of the second quarter. Ringgold with the football, now working left to right as we describe it. Cagna get out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to the far side, one to the near side. I'll set up another crosser here. The pass complete there to Austin Pahowick. And Austin, a first down in a Mustang territory down to the Laurel Highlands 41-yard line. That's a gain of 24 there on the hookup. Cagna to Pahowick.
Complete to Pahowick.
Well, they're not playing like an 0-8 team, are they?
No.
Brought down by Baker.
They played very well so far. Picked up only their 4th touchdown of the season back in the opening quarter.
First down.
Now driving here again at the Mustang 41. Line up in a pistol set now. And they have a new back in there as well, Jamar Bethea, in there behind Cagna. And flags coming.
Wide receiver over there, 13, jumped off a little early.
Penalty flag on the play, false start against Ringgold.
That's
that
Tolliver.
Would be a 5-yard penalty.
Seeing the Rams use 3 backs so far tonight, Newton and Sukul, now Bethea coming in as well. The last conference win that Ringgold had on the field, Steve, going back to 2017, October the 6th of 2017, 56-17 at Uniontown. Cagna back out of the pistol set. Takes the snap, go on the inside run to Bethea. Bethea lowers the helmet and gets a couple of those yards back. Down to the 42, and it'll set up 2nd and 12. Gain of 3 there from Bethea. Bethea, 5'11", 175 junior.
All spotted at the 44-yard line.
Marcus McCullough, Ringgold's head coach, is actually a star player for the Rams. Had some pretty good teams when he played back in the 1980s. 2nd and 12. Cagna looking to put it up. Now he'll step up, pull it down, look to run, and he'll get 2 back to the original line of scrimmage. A couple of Mustangs collided with one another there late. I think Farron's was one of them. Collided with Caden Freel.
Back to the
looking at the roster here, Brian, and they get Cedric Lloyd, the former Uniontown coach, is coaching for the
We
Rams.
talked to Marcus McCullough during our Sprouts Insurance Group pregame show. He said Cedric's pretty much his right-hand man. Calling a lot of the shots down there. Cedric actually sent me the Ringgold lineups here today. We have 10:05 left before halftime. Rams facing a 3rd and 10. Cagna back out of the gun. Has time again, a little pump fake. Now throws deep far side, and it's intercepted. Hunter Kuzier on the interception there for Laurel Highlands at the 7-yard line. So Ringgold taking a shot, and Kuzier there with a pick.
Well, not a bad interception. If as far as interceptions go, it's probably better than a good punt. He got him down inside the 10, but it was 3rd down. So if that's incomplete, they're going to have to punt. And they probably wouldn't have punted one that well. So the positive note for the Rams, he got a decent interception, if you will, if there is such a thing. And of course, for the Mustangs, you get a turnover and you get the ball back one play earlier for Gallagher and his running mates to do something.
Now long field ahead, line of scrimmage, the 7-yard line. They'll set up here, triple left formation. Rodney out of the shotgun, ball on the far hash mark as Rodney takes the snap. Inside handoff going to Jaden Tucker, and they went low on Jaden there and got him right at the ankles. Jaden maybe reached forward to get a yard on the play to bring up 2nd down and 9. That was tough sledding for Jaden.
That's Cheplik.
Tucker on the carry.
Antoine Black now checking in on the Laurel Highlands side. Remember, go back to that Thomas Jefferson game. Last time the Mustangs played here at home, Steve, 3 weeks ago when they were pinned a couple of times. Sprung a couple of long touchdown passes. Maybe we'll see that here again tonight. As the Mustangs work right to left. Keandre coming in motion. He'll get it on the jet sweep. Little stiff arm. Comes forward. Then he gets hit trying to spin off a defender. But he gets double teamed in the backfield and dropped to the line of scrimmage for no gain to bring up 3rd down and 9.
I believe they gave him some
Brought down by a herd of Rams.
pretty good forward progress. It looked like, to me, it looked like he was at the 5-yard line.
I agree, but they spotted it at the 9. That's what I was calling.
Yeah. I mean, the pile and where he went down was at the 5, but the Mustangs will take it. They only need 9 yards instead of 15.
Take what you can get. Tucker again on the left hip of Gallagher. 3rd and 9. Rodney takes the snap, hangs in the pocket. He's looking deep. Antoine Black on the run. Pass was tipped right at the last minute by Ringgold's defender, Darryl Tolliver, to break it up. And a good defensive play there from Tolliver because Black had everybody beat.
Well, Tolliver doesn't get his hand on that ball. That's a touchdown.
I agree.
I think Black catching it in stride. It was a good throw by Gallagher. And, he would have been off to the races because Tolliver jumped to try to tip it. So he's coming down after a jump. So he probably would have been a good 4 or 5 yards behind the receiver. So the Mustangs, tough one there because that was a nice play, but just a better play by the Rams.
Ringgold with a late substitution coming in. Harry Radcliffe 6 yards deep in his own end zone, sends it away. A little bit of a short kick here from Radcliffe with Newton back deep. Yeah, Newton's going to let it go, and it takes another Mustang bounce down by Antoine Black at the Ringgold 45-yard line. So 8:19 left before halftime. Game tied at 7. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back here at Mustang Field, Ringgold taking over their own 45-yard line, working left to right as we describe it. Cacagna out of the gun, takes the snap, looks across the middle, and the pass was in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver, Evan Parsons. Parsons had that big catch back in the opening quarter, which set up Ringgold's lone touchdown of the game.
Leahy on the coverage.
Now 2nd and 10. Mind our live video stream here today, courtesy of Uniontown Detailing and Maruca's Pizza Shop. Maruca's and Potters both airing our live broadcast tonight. If you're around the area and want to watch the second half and have some good food, both of those locations with a game on tonight. 2nd and 10, Cacagna, a little flip off to the far side, and that one was a little wide of his intended wide receiver there. Parsons again. We have 3rd down.
Pass intended for Dungy, incomplete. Gallagher on the coverage.
We're not really seeing a lot going on here, Steve, on either side right now after those couple of scores we saw back in the opening quarter.
Well, that was a pretty good defensive stand by the Rams last time, and a great punt out of there by Radcliffe to get the field position flipped.
3rd and 10. Cacagna, they're coming after him. He's going to get sacked. What great penetration there from Josiah Lewis, bringing him down.
Lewis and his partner, that was Baker, right? Yeah, Tristan Baker came in there, and 2 guys, one running back couldn't block both of them, and Lewis was able to get the sack.
Now Aiden Whaley on the punt. He's standing back at the 18-yard line. Gallagher back deep to receive for the Mustangs. Standing back at the 35. It'd be great to see him spring one here, Steve, on senior day. Clean snap coming back to Whaley. He gets it away. It's going to go on the far side. A little run here for Rodney, but he has a little room in front of him if he wants to pick it up, and he does so here at the 35. Cuts back to the near side. Gallagher getting a block there from Black. And look out here, Rodney into Ringgold territory at the 40 and runs over a man at the 35 and finally brought down at the 31-yard line, but a pretty good run back there from Rodney Gallagher. Finally brought down by Ringgold's Robert Taylor. Again at the Rams, 31-yard line. So the Mustangs set up well here, Steve.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a classic breakdown on the Rams on that punt. The ball bounced, and everybody kind of like, when these guys go down on a punt coverage, you're supposed to stay in your lanes. You know, they teach them to go down straight. Don't chase the football till, you know, you get down there where he's close to you. But, you know, they all chased the football, and then they got on the inside to the left hash.
Mustangs in tight here, Steve, from the Ringgold 31. Kuzier comes in motion. Rodney rolling that way. And Rodney with blockers out in front. Little stiff arm. Able to get down to the 28-yard line. 3-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 7. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I was going to say, so Gallagher kind of picked it up on a bounce, and everybody was in the middle of the field to the left. And he went and made one guy miss, and he went over to his left towards the Mustang sideline, and he had a wall of blockers. And the Rams are lucky because he only had one guy to beat, and that guy was able to make the tackle. The Rams lucky that Gallagher didn't score there.
2nd and 7, line of scrimmage, the Ringgold 28. Again, they're going to stick with a tight formation here again. Ball on the right hash mark. With wideouts to each side, right in on the line as Rodney takes the snap. Flushed out to the far side, throws deep into triple coverage, and the pass falls incomplete.
Gallagher's pass.
That Rafel down there, Steve, on the far side. No, Kuzier, it looks like.
Intended for Rafel.
Nonetheless, falls incomplete to bring up 3rd down and 7.
We'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
It was Rafel.
That would have been a tough get.
It was interesting, that play. Like you said, they were all bunched up at the line of scrimmage. Looked like two tight ends, 2 wing backs, just a running back or quarterback back there. And then as soon as the snap came, they all spread out.
And spread out here a little bit more. Triple left formation. Tucker again to the left of Gallagher, and now timeout taken here by Ringgold defensively, so we'll take one as well. 6:27 left before halftime. Game tied at 7. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local teams this year. He would also like to recognize all of the talented student athletes who showcase their efforts either on the field or on the sidelines as members of the cheerleading squad or band during game time and halftime performances. Again, this message brought to you by Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, John Marietta, wishing everyone the best of luck this year. This message has been paid for by HBJ Radio. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to veterans hospitals, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. The 12th annual Frank L. Musica Golf Tournament held in September was a huge success. The Catholic War Veterans would like to thank all of the sponsors, volunteers, and golfers for helping out with the event. The Catholic War Veterans also invite you to check out their stand on the Haunted Sheepskin Trail in October. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
3rd and 7 here for Laurel Highlands. Gallagher pointing out a man down the field and almost got intercepted. Was looking there for Keandre, and it went in and out of the hands of the Ringgold defensive back, Maddox Sukul, number 27.
Sukul had an interception. He'll never get another chance at an interception that easy. Like you said, DeShields falls down. And now we're going to get a long field goal attempt. This will be a 45-yarder.
4th down.
Again, Radcliffe set a school record with a 53-yarder earlier on this season. A little bit warmer conditions. Certainly has the leg for it.
45-yard field
this one from the far hash mark. Looking to give the Mustangs a lead here. The game tied at 7.
Yeah, the thing you worry about in these long ones, he's got to kick it so low to get it there.
It does not use a tee.
It doesn't use a tee, so you worry about him getting blocked.
Clean snap coming back. Leahy puts it down, and the kick from Harry Radcliffe from 45 yards out's good again. Boy, has he been deadly so far this year on Senior Day. Senior Harry Radcliffe with a 45-yard field goal, and Laurel Highlands takes a 10-7 lead over Ringgold. 6:14 left here in the second quarter, and we're back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's free prescription delivery and mail service. Call 724-626-9600 or send a message and ask about free prescription delivery and mail service. Next time you have a prescription to get or need a refill, have it delivered to your home or workplace. Prescriptions at your doorstep from Peach & Pharmacy.
Peach & Pharmacy. Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Harry Ratcliffe to kick off after successfully converting a 45-yard field goal for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands on top 10-7. Kickoff going back to Dungy from the 10-yard line. Looks for room off to his left. Has the 20, 25, 30 with a little convoy. Finally brought down at the 32-yard line. Pretty good run back there from Dungy. And now the Rams trailing for the first time tonight. Down 10-7 with 6:05 left before halftime.
Well, how big was that dropped interception now by Sokol?
Huge.
That cost his team 3 points.
Ringgold with the ball.
I mean, that ball hit him right between the numbers.
31-yard line.
Ringgold starting this drive from their own 31. Bell Vernon off to a 28-0 lead over Southmoreland tonight, where the Leps have been extremely strong in 3A this season. Had some tough non-conference games, took a couple of lumps. They did knock off Laurel Highlands in a non-conference game earlier on this year, but they've been very strong in the conference. Here's a inside run with a flag on the play, and that carry for a couple of yards from Dante Newton. This one might be coming back, though, Steve. Newton took it down right around the 35. Would have been on a 4-yard gain if it stands. Official coming out. Again, Matt Shipton, our head referee tonight, and it's against Laurel Highlands.
Defensive holding against Laurel Highlands.
Second time we've seen a defensive holding penalty against the Mustangs. We'll take it down to the Ringgold 45.
First down for Ringgold.
Almost midway through the second quarter, 6:01 left before halftime. Rams working left to right. Cagna again with Newton off to his right. Twin receivers deep side, ball on the left hash mark, the Ringgold 45. Cagna looking to throw down the far sideline. And a diving attempt, but able to haul it in there. The Ringgold wide receiver, Ted Yates.
Well, they're not afraid to throw it deep, are they?
No. Taking a couple of shots so far today. Didn't get any stats from Ringgold. We inquired about season stats. They did not have them available, so we don't know what kind of passing yards and touchdown interception ratio that Cagna has. Most of the schools that
on the coverage
we communicate with either have them on Max Preps or on the Post-Gazette site. We even sent a couple emails out to the Ringgold coaches. They didn't have them available. Cagna, a little pump fake. He's in trouble. He's going to get sacked here by the Mustangs' Caden Friel. About a 3-yard loss on the play and a little extracurriculars here after the play.
Somebody's helmet came flying off. That was a Ringgold helmet.
Cagna on the carry.
I wonder if that was the quarterback. No, that was one of the linemen.
Led by Friel.
76, one of the Ringgold linemen there, Jerry Meese, lost his headgear. Well, they gave some pretty good forward progress there as well. Actually, won't go as a sack. They gave Cagna a yard gain on the play. Looked like he was walled back at the 43-44. They're going to place the football at the 46. I'd like to see that one again. Nonetheless, 3rd and 9 now with 4:53 left before halftime. And twin receivers, deep side, low snap coming back to Cagna, setting up the screen, got blocked there at the line. Good presence from Caden Friel again to knock it down.
Yeah, they were trying to go to Newton.
Again, you kind of wonder, Steve, they're just going to the well maybe one too many times on some of those screen passes because the last few, the Mustangs have read very well defensively.
Yeah, but they're going deep enough to you think you would keep them honest, but they're Mustangs seem to be sniffing those out pretty well.
Aiden Whaley back at the Ringgold 31. Ronnie Gallagher back at the Mustang 30.
To receive.
Gallagher not giving him much respect. He's playing up only about 25 yards off the line.
Low snap. Whaley some trouble with it, trying to get it away. Might have been partially blocked to the line.
It was.
And went out of bounds right around midfield. So Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 4:42 left before halftime. Mustangs up 10-7. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
4:42 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands taking over here right at midfield, working right to left as we describe it.
You know, we've said it all year. That's why I would, and I was a punter in college. I would rarely punt in high school football if I didn't have to. That's a 4th down from the 50-yard line, in less than 10 yards. And a good punt's going to get you 25 or 30 yards. I mean, big deal. You know what I mean? If you got a chance, there's a disaster lurking all over the place. One, you got Gallagher back there, probably the best player in Pennsylvania that can return it. And then, two, you got to worry about the snap, the guy getting it off, all that stuff. It's just too many disasters can happen.
Procedure penalty there against the Mustangs. The 1st and 10 becomes a 1st and 15 back of the 45-yard line. Steve, you might have saw the longtime Laurel Highlands band director. We know him as Mac down there. Been the band director for 60 years.
Wow.
Talk about a long tenure. Good to see him still out there. A little screen here on 1st and 15. Dropped there by Tucker. And ruled incomplete. And that was one of those passes you have to be sure wasn't behind the line.
Yeah, it was definitely forward, I think. And
you had a little delayed whistle, which
at 15,
I think made a lot of folks hesitate for a moment. And now 2nd and 15 after the incompletion.
I think you got to be careful in high school football. There's no replay to bail you out.
Yeah, but they call it one way, and we've seen some questionable spots tonight as well. So got to play to the whistle. 2nd and 15, 4:36 left before halftime. Twin receivers to each side. Tucker remains to the right of Gallagher. Rodney takes the snap, has some time, hangs in the pocket this time. Now flushed out to the far side, just going to throw it down the field, and it's almost brought down. I think, Steve, the intended wide receiver was actually Rayful, but it was Black who almost made the catch. I think it went over the head of Rayful and then went into the hands of Black, but Black just couldn't hang on, so the incomplete pass makes it 3rd and 15.
Well, if he hangs on to that ball, he might be running for a while. He had some open space around him, and there was only a couple of defenders between him and the goal line.
Now 3rd and 15. And the Mustang 45. Again, twin receivers to each side. Man in motion, drawing Ringgold offsides. Hunter Kuzier doing a good job there with the motion. Mustangs get 5 back, so the 3rd and 15 becomes a 3rd and 10, and the Mustangs back to their original line of scrimmage at midfield.
3rd down and 10.
4:26 left before halftime.
It's a long first half, isn't
Yes, it has been. We thought we might see a quick game tonight. Not the case.
Snags and I are cold out here, Brian. We're going to come in at halftime. Hope you got the heater on.
Should have wore some extra clothes tonight.
We did.
3rd and 10. Now Kuzier in motion to the far side, setting up in the slot right. Rodney takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, now flushed out to the near side. This is what he does best. Rodney pulls it down, a little juke move, trying to come forward. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a yard loss. Back of the Mustang 49 by Ringgold's Ricky Schneider. Be 4th and 11.
Tackled by Bethea.
That was Bethea, Brian, number 11. Yeah.
On the play.
Bethea was the first one to get him. He made a great play to keep Gallagher from getting around him.
Now Radcliffe now standing back of the Mustang 34. Zaire Dungy back of the Ringgold 20. Mustangs a 3-point lead, up 10-7. Harry awaiting the snap, comes back. Able to corral it in and then boot it away. Another nice kick there from Radcliffe. Dungy's going to let it go. Takes a Laurel Highlands roll. We'll get down to the 15-yard line. So Ringgold will start 1st and 10 when we come back. 3:30 left before halftime. Still a 10-7 Laurel Highlands lead. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Keep your legal needs close to home. Attorney Vincent T. Berry specializes in criminal justice, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. Attorney T. Berry is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to Attorney Vince T. Berry. It will be the only call you need to make. Call 724-430-0300. That's 724-430-0300.
Back here at Mustang Field, certainly not the first half we were expecting. Laurel Highlands only a 3-point lead and a little quick crosser falling incomplete, intended for Ringgold's Darryl Tolliver. Will bring up second down and 10.
Well, he has a little sidearm sling delivery, and he's slinging it through there. That was a good throw, right on target, but his receiver just couldn't come up with it.
Had a couple of drops. Tolliver also a member of the Ringgold basketball team. He might play baseball as well, Steve. Remember seeing a lot of him over the last couple of years. He's only a junior, so see him in the winter. Then again next year. Cacagna looking for another throw across the middle. This one brought down is Evan Parsons. Able to pick up 14 down to the Ringgold 29.
I'd like to see the Steelers throw the ball downfield like that.
Yes.
Parsons.
I mean, these
makes the reception.
Nice little in cut.
Brought down by
Isaiah Lewis holding his knee a little bit there for the Mustangs out of the pass.
First down for Ringgold.
Now the Rams have to watch the clock a little bit. Down to 3:10 left before halftime. They're down 3 points on the scoreboard. 45-yard field goal from Harry Radcliffe, the difference so far on this one. Cacagna again putting it up, and that time almost intercepted. Was looking there for Tolliver and got knocked down and almost picked off by Tristan Baker.
Yeah, Baker. It was pretty hot coming in there, and he's going, towards the line of scrimmage, so that makes it even faster. And just could not hold on to it.
Now 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 28, ball on the right hash mark.
A lot of incomplete passes making this half go time-wise. Take a long time.
3 minutes left before halftime. Cacagna again out of the gun. Newton off to his left. Flag comes in on the snaps. Cacagna looks deep near side. Single coverage. Falls incomplete. Again intended for Evan Parsons, who seems to be their deep threat. Caleb Rafel coverage defensively there for the Mustangs.
It's got to be a legal formation because they it wasn't motion because they would have stopped the play.
We have a penalty flag on the play.
Referee's talking about
Rafael.
Procedure penalty declined. Third down and 10.
He missignaled because if it's a procedure, they would have stopped the play, right? I mean, if it's a false start. So I think it was probably a illegal formation.
Nonetheless, 3rd and 10 after the Mustangs decline it. Clock stopped, 2:54 left before halftime. Brian Maruzak along with Steve Super. Donnie Santor snags behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios tonight. 3rd and 10. Cacagna. They're coming after him from behind. He's going to put it up, throw it across the middle, and the pass ball's incomplete. You had Leahy and Rafel on coverage defensively. Again, Evan Parsons, the deep target with a roughing the passer penalty here against Laurel Highlands. Wow.
Penalty flag on the play.
Second time they've been called for that here tonight. Now be 15 yards and a first down here for the Rams. That'll march it down across the 40, down I think to the 43-yard line. And that's where they're going to put it down at. Now 1st and 10 now for Ringgold. Hate to give the Rams free yards like that, Steve.
Penalty will move the football to the Ringgold 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Coach Edenfield said they were worried about pre-snap penalties, but these are not pre-snap penalties. Roughing the passer, that's a couple of those tonight.
It's going to be interesting to see we get Tony's stats at halftime. How many penalties the Mustangs have here in the first half, and there's some nice pressure as Dante Newton met behind the line there by the Mustangs' Billy Barton. We've called Barton's name a lot throughout the course of the season. He's there once again, 5-yard loss to bring up 2nd and 15 back at the 39.
The thing I like about Barton and Pletcher, but Barton and on that play, when he gets through the line, he is at full speed. I mean, for a lineman, he can move pretty well. I mean, he looks like a running back, back there. I mean, the way he moves around, and he just he's made a lot of good tackles this year.
Second and 14. Cacagna flushed out, far side pump fake, pulls it down, looks to run as the 45-50 lowers the shoulder, getting down to the Mustang 49-yard line. So he needed, Steve, 14. I think he got about 12. Bring up 3rd down and 2 with 2:01 left before halftime.
49-yard line, bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Another manageable situation here for the Rams. 3rd and 2 from the Mustang 49. Ringgold with only 1 timeout remaining. The Mustangs have their full complement of 3 if they get the football back. Mapletown, a 14-12 halftime lead over Monessen as the Maples try to stay undefeated on the season.
The Maples.
They've came into play today, Steve, 8-0. Having a great year. Cacagna inside run, and Dante Newton, should have enough for the first down. Needed 2, got 4. Down to the Mustang 45.
I wonder if they give away maple syrup with maple pancakes or something for those
Mapletown games?
Yeah, the Mapletown games.
We have an injury here. Ram down.
Yep.
With 1:53 left before halftime. Mustangs up 10-7. We're back in 30 seconds here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night. Injury timeout brought to you by UPMC's Centers for Rehab Services.
Any day is a good day to shop at Reese Warehouse, where you'll find your favorite brands of furniture and appliances at great prices every day. Plus, great service, such as delivery and setup in your home, and no-interest financing available for qualified buyers. Shop Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 7, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday until 6, and Saturday 9 till 5. Reese Warehouse, Gans Woodbridge Road in Smithfield. And Reese Warehouse thanks you once again for choosing them as your community choice favorite appliance store.
Back here at Mustang Field, already have an answer for you, Steve. No maple giveaways at the Mapletown Maples games this year.
No?
No. Our listeners get back to us quickly. Injured Ram.
Maybe they should do some maple syrup, you know.
If they keep on winning games like that, Steve, they might have to bring that in. I'll pass along the suggestion. Clock rolling again as Cacagna on a 1st and 10, setting up the middle screen. It's complete with a little running room here is Bethea, and Bethea able to pick up another Ringgold first down. Able to pick up 12 down to the Mustang 33, and they're going to go quickly here. Again, 1 timeout remaining, 1:29 left before halftime. Rams with the football, down 3, 10-7. And the clock rolling again with 1:25 left here before the halftime break. Now for the Mustang 33, Cacagna taking the snap, faking the screen pass. Now pulling it down, he's in trouble, and he'll lose 3 back to the 36.
I would think.
See if they take it. Haven't yet, Steve. It'll be 2nd and 13. Down to 1:05 left. They did not call the timeout.
Says on the board they only have 1 left. I know they've taken at least 1. So they can't really waste their last one yet. Going to save that in case they get a chance for a field goal.
Cacagna looking over to the far side for the play. We're down to 48 seconds left on the 2nd and 13. Cacagna in some trouble, and Cacagna just trying to get rid of it, but that pass did not cross the line of scrimmage. Should be intentional grounding. They're going to call it incomplete, but it did not cross the line of scrimmage.
He's incomplete.
Referees are going to get together here. We're going to get a
he's going to
grounding penalty.
Yep.
Should be. Yes, it is.
Flag on the play.
Intentional grounding. That'll be a loss of down as well.
That will include a loss of down.
Thought that was pretty obvious, Steve. .41 seconds left before halftime.
That's going to force a punt, I would think. I mean, I just said I don't like punting, but when it's 4th and 25, right? 26 yards.
They'll mark it off for midfield.
Yep, it's 26 yards. But no, it's more than that. 30 yards, 31 yards.
Ball will be spotted on the 45.
The line of scrimmage is the 45, and they need the Mustang 23 for a first down.
10, 20, 31 yards.
32, yeah, 32. 4th and 32.
Yep. Not that many plays in your playbook for 4th and 32.
No. Aiden Whaley standing back of the Ringgold 32.
The
Mustangs with Gallagher and Black. Both back deep. High snap coming back to Whaley. He'll get it away. Little line drive. Kick will go in Antoine Black's direction. He'll field it off 1 hop here with running room. Black at the 40-45. Across midfield with a flag on the play. Takes it back to the Ringgold 46-yard line. And we'll check the laundry.
2 Mustangs.
There's a flag on the play.
Looked like they tackled one of the Ringgold players. I don't know if they're going to catch him. That'll be a killer because That'll send the ball back about to the inside the Mustang territory to about the 35-yard line. And they would have had it at the other 45, which they'd have been getting close to Radcliffe's range.
Again, Radcliffe hit a 45-yard field goal earlier on today.
We'll bring up
hit a school record 53-yarder here at Mustang Field in the Laurel Highlands opening game of the season against Uniontown.
Yeah, so it's
you get down around the 35, you're pretty much within his range.
Yep.
First down and
no wind at all tonight. No. Thank goodness.
Cool though.
It's cool, but there's no wind, so it's a perfect night for kicking and throwing.
Mustangs, their full complement of timeouts left as well. 30 seconds left before halftime. Triple left set here from the Laurel Highlands 39. Snap coming back to Rodney. It's a run the whole way, and Rodney Gallagher
look out
on the near side has the 45, getting down to midfield and gets out of bounds. Right on the edge of Ringgold territory, picking up 11, maybe 12 there on that run for Laurel Highlands first down with 22 seconds left before halftime. They don't even have to use a first down there, Steve, with Rodney getting out of bounds.
Yeah, so it's you got 3 timeouts, so you can do whatever you want really from the Mustang offensive side of things.
Just a 3-point lead for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs came in 5-2 record, 3-1 in conference play. Ringgold 0-8, 0-4 in the conference, with the Rams hanging with Laurel Highlands here on the road. Another clean snap going back to Rod. Run right up the middle, and Rodney getting 6 down to the Ringgold 44. And they'll call a quick timeout here with 16.9 left before halftime. We'll step aside for a quick 30 as well here in the C.R. Browning Group High School Sports Night.
Going on now at C.R. Chevy East.
Get a new 2022 Chevy Trax with all-wheel drive for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHaverChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $2,999 cash or trade equity down. It's GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends October 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Back here at Mustang Field, 16.9 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Laurel Highlands a 10-7 lead over the Ringgold Rams. Dante Newton got the scoring started. 4-yard touchdown run for Ringgold. Mustangs coming back with a 6-yard touchdown run from Rodney Gallagher, and Harry Radcliffe's 45-yard field goal. The difference so far is the Mustangs lead it 10-7, and now maybe looking for Harry again to come through here late in the second quarter.
Well, you need about at least 10 yards, I would think, maybe 15.
To really be comfortable. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Jaden Tucker on his left hip as Rodney takes the snap. Tucker with a block. Rod steps up, throws deep near side, looking for Antoine Black, and the pass is tipped and knocked down. Again, good coverage from Darryl Tulliver defensively there for Ringgold, knocking it down right around the Rams' 5-yard line.
Broken up by Tulliver.
3rd and 4 now, 10.9 left on the clock before halftime. Rams defenders have done a nice job so far tonight.
Yeah, they have. They've been playing pretty well. I mean, like I said, it's a field goal difference, and that really the difference in the game was that dropped interception. If they catch that interception, it's a 7-7 game at the half probably.
Now 3rd and 4. Again, we'll watch the clock. 10.9 seconds left. Mustangs still 2 timeouts left. Rod looking to put it up again. Scrambles to the near side. Down to 6 seconds left. Rodney on the far side. This might be the final play of the half. Flags everywhere. Rodney in trouble. Yeah. Now back to the near side. Time has expired. Rodney steps up, has the 45-40. Now goes down at the 35-yard line with another flag thrown on the place. All kinds of laundry on the field. No time left on the clock, but we'll check all of the flags. I have to think one, Steve, has to be a holding penalty or an illegal block there against the Mustangs.
Well, here's what you have here. If it's a offsetting penalties, well, the clock still went out. I was going to say if it was on the defense, they'd get another play.
Correct. If it's offsetting, I think you look at the clock, and that's it. You go to the locker room. That's going to be it. Ringgold's already running to the locker room. And an illegal block in the back against the Mustangs. Personal foul. And an illegal shot to the head against Laurel Highlands. And then he also had, I guess, just 2 against the Mustangs there. So a pair of penalties against Laurel Highlands will end the first half. And we'll go to the locker room with Laurel Highlands holding on to only a 3-point lead over the Ringgold Rams at 10-7. Stay tuned for halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. We'll have our halftime stats brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. That and more ahead here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Aquatic therapy, manual therapy, therapeutic exercise, soft tissue massage, electrical stimulation, running analysis, and balance programs. Tyler Gasek and his team are ready to improve your health with physical therapy. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon has spent his life helping others. Now in his 17th year of service, he previously served us as district judge for 24 years after 8 years of teaching our kids. Like in football, Rick Vernon knows that it takes a team to produce winning results. Let's keep our great team of supervisors together. Rick Vernon says, "Go Mustangs!"
Going on now at Seahawks Chevrolet.
Get a new 2022 Chevy Trax with all-wheel drive for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit charperchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly, 2,999 cash code, equity down, GM loyalty or lease conquest. Payment of tax title fees and for payment. Sale ends October 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
About 2 minutes away from the start of the third quarter here at Mustang Field. Laurel Highlands just a 3-point lead over the Ringgold Rams, up by a score of 10-7. A reminder, coming up next week here on WMBS, a pair of high school football games, pair of C. Harper Auto Group high school sports nights. Starting on Thursday, we'll have the Uniontown Red Raiders playing their final regular season game. It'll be senior night over at Bill Power Stadium as they take on the Carrick Raiders from the Pittsburgh City League. We're on the air Thursday with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Then the Laurel Highlands Mustangs playing their final regular season game of the year on the road at Connellsville, taking on the Falcons on Friday night. Again, our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kickoff set for 7 o'clock, and we'll have live video streams of both of the games Thursday and Friday here on WMBS. Interesting that Carrick was scheduled to play Trinity tonight, but Carrick canceled the game just due to a lack of bodies against the Trinity Hillers. But talking to Uniontown Athletic Director Harry Kaufman, Harry tells me that Carrick has indicated to Uniontown that they are going to play next Thursday, so hopefully Uniontown will have the opportunity to have their senior day on Thursday night against the Carrick Raiders. It'll be the second meeting of the season between those two schools. Uniontown won down at Couples Stadium over Carrick earlier on this year. But for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs tonight, I think the halftime score certainly surprising a lot of folks, Steve, as many people thought that the Mustangs would have a walk in the park here tonight against the Ringgold Rams. But Ringgold's come to play, not only come to play, as you mentioned during our halftime stats, outgaining Laurel Highlands by a pretty wide number in that first half.
Yeah, it was. The stats were really in Ringgold's favor, other than the scoreboard. They doubled their yardage. Just one of those things. They just couldn't get any points on the board. And again, I think the biggest play of the half was the dropped interception. I think it was Sokol, and he had a ball that was hit him right in the numbers. Black fell down, and Sokol hit him right in the numbers down there on the 10-yard line. And then, of course, the next play, I think, or 2 plays later, we kicked a 45-yard field goal. So that was a big, that's at least a 3-point difference. And that's the difference on the scoreboard right now.
We really didn't see a lot of huge plays in the first half. Had the one nice reception from Evan Parsons, which set up Ringgold's touchdown. The Mustangs, a couple of nice runs as well. The little run after the catch from Antoine Black.
Yeah, that was a nice inside screen. Well set up by the Mustangs, and a great run by Black.
We're going to get the third quarter underway as Abby Whaley angles it off on the far side, and with a little shovel back to Antoine Black. It was Lehue that actually caught the kickoff, sends it off to Black, and Black breaking it down the near side, a little cutback of the 40. He almost sprung that, Steve, getting into Ringgold territory down to the Rams' 39-yard line.
Yeah, he got tripped up by one of his own men. Friendly fire there. That was Kuzier trying to block for his running mate, and I think Black ran into Kuzier's back and just kind of got his feet tangled up. But good job by the Mustangs and great field position to start this third quarter.
And from the Ringgold 39, Lehue pretty much say, hey, Antoine, you're a little faster. Why don't you take it? And set up the Mustangs well here from the Ringgold 39 on the near hash mark. Rodney out of the shotgun, run the whole way, pulls it down inside the 35. Rodney pulled down from behind, getting inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line, close to Laurel Highlands first down. Jamar Bethea on the tackle there for Ringgold. That's going to be marked here, Steve, right at the stick. Now they're going to put it back a yard. The initial spot from the far side was right at the 29-yard line, then they pushed it back to the 30, so it'll be second down and 1.
Yeah, they did move it back a yard.
As the Mustangs work right to left as we describe it. Twin receivers to the far side. Single coverage to the near side as Rod takes the snap. Again, a run the whole way. And Rod stumbling forward, getting down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. 6-yard pickup on a 2nd and 1 for a Mustang first down.
Gallagher on the carry.
Now you just look to get a little breathing room here, Steve. Get a touchdown on this drive and get up 17-7. Might feel a little bit more comfortable here going down the stretch.
Laurel Highlands, first down.
Well, I don't know how comfortable Coach Colasar is going to feel about it, but because you're right, though, you know, just the way you played in that first half, and to be able to go up 17-7, to go up by 10, if you can get a touchdown here, it would make you feel pretty good.
1st and 10 from the Ringgold 24, and flags come in. They're trying to set up that little jet sweep pass to Keandre. The procedure penalty there against the Mustangs. They like that little flip pass. Actually goes in the books as a pass, but it's technically more of a run.
Yep.
And the 1st and 10 becomes a 1st and 15 now back at the Ringgold 29-yard line, almost the center of the field. You have Rafel and Keandre out to the far side. Single coverage with Antoine Black to the near side. Pair of protector backs with Tristan Baker on Rodney's right hip. And Jaden Tucker off to his left as Rodney takes the snap. It's an option play with a handoff going to Tucker, and Tucker surging forward, getting close to the original line of scrimmage, right around the 24-yard line to bring up 2nd down and 10. Well, 5-yard gain there for Tucker.
That's a nice 5-yard gain by Tucker. He did. He strung it out all the way almost to the Ringgold sideline. Then he cut up and darted his way forward for about 5 yards, and that was a nice 5-yard play.
Those read options again with the decision-making pretty much up to Gallagher at that point. Is he going to keep it himself or hand it off to Jaden Tucker? Now 2nd and 10, ball on the
Tucker's
far hash
limping.
mark.
You see that, Brian? He is limping badly.
And he missed last week's game with an injury for Laurel Highlands. 2nd and 10, run the whole way again from Rodney. Right up the middle, inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. 7-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, look at him come off the field, Brian. He's limping.
It's Gallagher for
the Mustangs will bring in Parker Hoff now to take Tucker's spots.
By Taylor.
And again, you kind of have to gauge there, Steve, for guys like Tucker and Keandre that have missed a couple of weeks. You want to get a little bit of the rust off, but at the same time, you want to make sure they're healed up for the WPIAL playoffs in 2 weeks.
He's moving his right ankle.
3rd and 3, Rodney screen near side, goes to Antoine Black inside the 20, down to the 15, and then able to lean down to the 11-yard line. So he picks up 7 on a 3rd and 3 to set up a 1st and 10 for Laurel Highlands at the Ringgold 11-yard line. Mustangs driving. 9:01 left here in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands up 10-7.
Good opening drive for the Mustangs. Set up by the lateral kickoff return, and then the clock's continuing to move. You're under 9 minutes now in the third quarter, so it's a little bit faster moving third quarter than the second quarter.
Hoff off to the right of Gallagher's. Flags come in on the snap again.
Penalty flag on the play.
Pre-snap penalty.
What were the penalty yardages at halftime? Remember that, Steve?
I believe it was like 10 for us, 85 yards, I believe.
Okay. Offside.
They had three. I can't. I'm not looking at it. Tony keeps those, and
yeah,
I got to give them back to him. But it wasn't. It was definitely more Laurel Highlands, and they had more yards. I know they had 187 yards in offense, and we had, I believe, 85 total offense.
Another procedure penalty there against the Mustangs. Pushes the line of scrimmage back to the 16-yard line on the near hash mark. Tucker got taped up a little bit there, Steve. I think he wants to get back out there. You have Parker Hoff in the game right now off to the left of Gallagher. Twins to the far side, and Rod's going to put it up in that direction. High lob pass, and he wasn't on the same page there as his intended wide receiver, Keandre DeShields. Falls incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd down, 15.
I think that was just miscommunication.
DeShields did a little slant route. And I think Rodney thought he was going to go to the corner, and he never went there.
Rafel and Keandre out to the far side. You have single coverage with Antoine Black to the near side. Tight end is Caden Free on the right side of the line, and Parker Hoff off to the right of Gallagher on the 2nd and 15 as Rodney takes the snap. Scrambles to the far side, looks end zone. Keandre is there. Tried to tip it to himself, and he came down with it. What a catch from Keandre DeShields. How did he manage to tip that to himself, Steve, to make the catch?
Well, he just leaned over a defender and got his, they wear those gloves, which just makes it a little easier to catch the ball. They're sticky, and he tipped it up and hauled it in, and that's a Big George is going to wave his foam finger down there in Delaware for that one.
That one is a 16-yard touchdown pass. Gallagher to Keandre to pull Laurel Highlands up 2 scores with 8:07 left here in the 3rd quarter. Now the extra point for Harry Radcliffe is up on the way, and that kick is good. A 17-7 lead for Laurel Highlands, and for Keandre DeShields, that's his 6th touchdown reception of the season. Mustangs up 10, 8:07 left here in the 3rd. We're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your safe.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
And I'm McKenna.
And we're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf nights, and bowling, along with other activities.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
Back here at Mustang Field, Harry Radcliffe to kick off. And Harry angling it down on the near side, and the kickoff will go out of bounds. Ringgold will start with good field position at the 35-yard line. Of the last drive, a 7-play, 39-yard drive. Took 3:53 off the clock. Capped off on that Rodney Gallagher to Keandre DeShields, 16-yard touchdown pass. Good chance, Steve. That's our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game, because what a catch from Keandre there in the end zone.
Ringgold will put the ball in play.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. And it's a great opening drive for the Mustangs to kind of, like you said, kind of build up a little bit of a cushion. 10 points right now. The way Ringgold has not been able to score a lot this year, and they've removed the ball tonight. But again, similar, it's probably what they've been doing all year. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the end zone.
I think we'll see a lot of Kakagna put it up in the air here in the second half now with the Rams down 10. And he had over 150 passing yards in the first half. He'll line up twin receivers to each side, ball on the right hash mark. The Ringgold 35-yard line, Rams down 10 with 8:07 left here in the 3rd quarter. Kakagna takes the snap, inside run, and just a 1-yard gain there for Dante Newton to bring up 2nd down and 9. One thing they need to reset here, Steve, for the second half, the timeouts out on the scoreboard showing 2 for Laurel Highlands, 1 for Ringgold. That's how the first half ended. Both teams with their full complement of 3 left here in the second half.
Drop by Hoff.
Correct.
Now 2nd and 9. Just wanted to point that out early in case we get into a situation here
maybe
later in the half, and that's important.
Mention that to the scoreboard
operator. I will mention it during our next timeout. Kakagna and Newton, a long look over the far sidelines. Play clock down to 8. They might have to burn a timeout here quickly. Play clock down to 5. Down to 3. Down to 2. And Kakagna barely getting that one away. Little quick out, far side pass complete. 5, maybe 6-yard gain. Give him 6 up to the 41 there on the reception to Evan Parsons. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
Cagney's pass is complete.
And Parsons seems like he's been a pretty reliable wide receiver for Ringgold tonight.
They run a lot of
3rd down and 4
passes across the middle and in traffic, and that quarterback, he does a pretty good job of slinging it in there.
Have a mixture of those slants and then also all those, you say, crossing patterns. They've even set some middle screens. So a lot of screens out to each side early on in the game. Now 3rd and 4. Cagna taking the snap, looking to step up. He's in trouble. They're coming at him from every direction. He's going to scramble to the far side, pull it down, look to run, and he'll get a yard on the play, close to the 42, but he was lucky he wasn't sacked on the play. And now decision time here for Coach McCullough and the Ringgold staff. You have a 4th down, 4th and a short 4 upcoming.
They're going to go for it.
You're down 10.
They might be maybe they're just trying to see if the Mustangs will jump off sides.
They're lining up to go for Newton off to the left to Cagna. Triple left set to the short side of the field. Hard count here from Cagna. Still have 16 left on the play clock. Giving the Mustangs a bunch of penalties here in the game.
Realized it, but Kuzier was on the field, and they had a substitution for him. They could have got too many men on the field if they had snapped it right away.
Play clock down to 2, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Cagna in the pocket. Has some time. Flush to the near side. Throws down the field, and the ball is tipped. Did he hang on? Yes, he did. Catch made on the near side by Dante Newton. I actually think, Steve, that Evan Parsons was the intended wide receiver, but Newton came over with the tip and able to hang on to the Mustang 47-yard line. What a catch.
Yeah, pretty good job. Kind of falling out of bounds, tipped it to himself and caught it on the way down, and could have been out of bounds, but it was so close, and I must give it to him for the effort.
Again, no replay here in the high school game. Now 1st and 10 for the Mustang 46.
Holding.
Cagna rolling out to the far side. Don't see a flag. He'll flip it down the field. Now the flag comes in. Pass falls incomplete. We'll check the flag. Likely holding with 5:36 left here in the 3rd.
Yeah, you can see that.
You got it, Steve.
Here, number 50.
That went on Robert Taylor, the 6'2", 200-pound senior. Now push the Rams back 10. You had the touchdown catch from Keandre on the last drive, and then what a reception there from Newton.
It's going to push him back more than 10.
Yeah,
it's a
10-yard spot foul, correct. Back to the Ringgold 39. They need the Laurel Highlands 36 for a 1st down, so it'll be 1st down and 25. 1st and 25 from the Ringgold 39-yard line. You have half the offense still over on the far sidelines. 5:36 left here in the 3rd quarter. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Donnie Santor snags behind the camera. On our Facebook Live video feed, Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. So 1st and 25. Cagna looking to throw, and he'll flare it out to the far side. Pass complete to Dante Newton for a minimal gain. Newton getting 4, maybe 5 there. He'd still be 2nd down and long, 2nd and about 20. And a 5-yard gain.
The longest pass complete to Newton.
And a 5:15 left here in the 3rd quarter.
By Black.
Rams is taking their time right now, down 10.
17.
Yeah, a lot of completed passes in this quarter, so the clock continues to run. 2nd
and long. Cagna another little sidearm throw. Pass complete for maybe a 3-yard pickup that time. Going to Austin Pahowick. The 5'10", 180 sophomore. So you're still looking here, Steve, a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 18.
Good job by Parker Hoff. Be right there. And the Mustangs are kind of ready for those little crossing routes across the middle. They're gaining. They'll let him complete all those all night for 2-3 yard gains. Keeps the clock moving. They're not really doing any damage.
A 3rd and long. Again, they need the Laurel Highlands 36 for a 1st down. Twin receivers to each side. Line of scrimmage, the Ringgold 47. Cross the middle, and a pass complete again from Cagna. This time to Darryl Tolliver. And Tolliver a 1st down. And more inside the 30, inside the 25. And Tolliver takes it down to the Mustang 22-yard line. 33-yard pickup.
Wow, this kid, he's limping, though. Look at Cagna limping down the field, Brian.
He's taking some shots after the throws tonight as well. Twice we've seen the Mustangs called for roughing the passer. No penalty there, but a big 1st down for Ringgold.
I'd like to see the Steelers throw the ball downfield like that. We don't. I mean, he's throwing the ball across the middle, down 10, 15 yards down the field on a rope.
Line of scrimmage, the Mustang 22, triple right formation, inside give going nowhere to Dante Newton. Got hit by a trio of Mustangs, led there by Parker Hoff.
And Billy Barton, surprise, surprise. Hoff and Barton.
Newton on the carry.
Pletcher doing a great job. Ferens.
Inside of the line just so strong from Pletcher and Barton. Then you bring in the inside backers like Hoff and Xavier Hughes getting the start tonight as well. Tough to run on the inside against Laurel Highlands. Play went as a loss of 2, so 2nd and 12. Back to the 25-yard line. Caccagna back out of the gun with Newton off to his left. Takes the snap, quick out near side. Pass complete going there to Dungy, and Dungy taking it down to the 19-yard line for a 6-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Messiah Dungy, 5'6", 130 sophomore. Big catch there for the Rams. Trying to extend this drive. We're down to 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Ringgold down 10, but driving here on Laurel Highlands.
3rd down.
Ringgold took over the football with 8:07 left in the third, so they've taken over 5 minutes off the clock on this drive as we're down at 2:47 left here in the third quarter. Caccagna back out of the shotgun, triple left set from the Laurel Highlands 19. Caccagna, interior pass, and he had his man in and out of the hands of Evan Parsons on the quick in.
Parsons slamming the ground in disgust, and he knows he had a touchdown, or at least he slides down. They're going to kick a field goal. But that was a good pass, and right on the numbers, hit him right on the 3.
We saw Abby Whaley has a pretty good leg, Steve.
Abigail Whaley.
And she's going to attempt a 36-yard field goal.
Kitski.
Matthew Bahana, who's the backup quarterback, is the holder. This from the right hash mark. We saw Radcliffe hit a 45-yarder for Laurel Highlands earlier. Now this 36-yard kick might have been blocked at the line. They'll go into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone, as the kick is no good, and the Mustangs will take over, still up 17-7. 2:30 left here in the third, and we're back in 30 here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Night.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checks and windshield clean. Joe B's Golf. That's where. Joe B's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joe B's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe B's Golf offers blockout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Back here at Mustang Field, Laurel Highlands taking over from their own 20-yard line, and here's a handoff going to Jaden Tucker, and Tucker breaking his longest run of the night for an 18-yard pickup up to the Laurel Highlands 38-yard line. And a good run there for Jaden Tucker and Laurel Highlands. Caden Friel coming in, and Tucker, we mentioned Steve was limping a little bit on that last drive, checking out again. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs, so they're on 38. Cold night. Things started out pretty warm this evening. Temperatures dropping now into the 40s, and another inside run. And this time it's Parker Hoff breaking a couple of tackles. Hoff inside the Ringgold 35 down to the 30-yard line. So Parker Hoff with a nice run there for the Mustangs, picking up 31.
Late flag, Brian. I don't know.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be a dead ball foul, I believe. And I don't know who they got. I didn't see. Hoff came out of the pile there, and I didn't see him do anything. Maybe one of the Ringgold players.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Mustangs.
Hoff was the only one around. I don't know if I didn't see him do anything.
Conduct against Laurel Highlands.
Well, the good news is for the Mustangs, you get to keep your yards as far as up to the 29, so they'll march it back off from there.
Right.
So back to the 44 after the 15-yard penalty, and you'll still have a 1st and 10. Now, it could have been a lot worse.
Yep.
Down to 2:10 left here in the third. Mustangs with Keandre and Antoine Black both to the near side. Caleb Rayful to the far side. And Rodney out of the shotgun with a protector back off to his left. And actually, the protector backing off to his right as he'll take the snap. Play fake to Hoff. Rodney still with it. Cuts up the field, inside the 40, inside the 35. Rodney breaks a tackle, cut back at the 20. What a run from Gallagher, and he's going to go down the near sideline into the end zone for a Laurel Highlands touchdown from 44 yards out, and that was another pretty run from Rodney Gallagher.
Wow, that was a if you guys remember the Reggie Bush play when he was going down the sidelines and he stopped and let a guy go in front of him. That's exactly what he did after he made one guy miss, and that was just a highlight reel. That's going to be definitely on his highlight tape.
Yes.
I hope Snag's got a good view of that one. He's shaking his head yes. So our viewers down at Mama Maruca's and Potter's got to see that, I'm sure.
Really have to appreciate Rodney Gallagher, all that he's meant to this Laurel Highlands program. Don't see high school runs like that too often, and now Radcliffe for the extra point drills it again, and the Mustangs.
Another flag. And that one's on, I bet you Lucas Ferens or...
It'll be a dead ball foul. 24-7 Mustangs over the Rams. 1:56 left here in the third.
Another flag.
We'll check the flags when we come back. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Back here at Mustang Field had offsetting penalties after the extra point was made there by Harry Radcliffe. So Rodney Gallagher's 44-yard touchdown run, capping off a 4-play, 80-yard drive. Took just 34 seconds off the clock. And after the missed field goal from Abby Whaley that was partially blocked. If you folks on the video side, seems like for whatever reason we seem to lose connection at some point, always in the second half, right, Steve?
Usually late third quarter.
Yes.
That's about when it happens.
We'll get reconnected on the radio side here.
Must be a timer or something going on there.
I don't know. It just automatically times itself out because it happens the same time every game. Radcliffe, a little pooch kick.
You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare. Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556. Schedule your appointment today.
Hey, folks on the radio side, welcome back. The kickoff from Radcliffe going out of bounds.
He must be getting instructed to do that. I don't understand that.
I would just kick it deep and take my chances personally, but
there's a lot better ways to kick a pooch kick than that. You could kick it down around the 20 and squib it down the middle of the field and get the same effect. But you're kicking it out of bounds. You're just giving it to him at the 35-yard line.
Correct.
And he's got enough leg. We've seen a lot of his kicks go through the end zone.
There's Kakagna out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side, single coverage to the far side. Ringgold on the ground to make up now. Steve down 24-7.
It's got to be frustrating for the Rams. They've played a heck of a game and they made some really good plays, but they're just.
He's in trouble here, getting out of it, and another sidearm pass down the field for another first down, right around midfield. I think that was Sire Dungy making the catch there, gain of 15.
But if you were just watching this game and not looking at the scoreboard and just watching the plays, if somebody asked you who's winning, you'd probably say Ringgold. I mean, Ringgold's made more long drives, more big, longer plays, but the Mustangs just made big plays, and when they've had opportunities, they've scored, and the Rams have not. And the Mustangs got to give Mustangs credit defensively for that.
Have it at midfield now, 1:48 left here in the third quarter. Kakagna back out of the gun. Protector back to his left. Another quick out near side. Pass complete there. Evan Parsons again, and Parsons taking it down to the Mustang 41-yard line, gain of 9 on the play to bring up second down and 1. He was brought down from behind. Was that
That's
Jason Gardner there? Freshman number 55. Haven't called his name all season, Steve. Making a tackle there for Laurel Highlands defensively.
Line of gain for a first down.
Do a little double take there on Gardner. Pretty big kid for a freshman.
Yeah. Tall.
They actually gave him the first down. The initial spot was at the 41, and they pushed it forward to the 40. Seen that a couple of times tonight.
Well, they list Gardner at 5'10". He looks way taller than that.
He had a growth spurt here in the fall. Cagna looking to put it up again. Flares it out. Far side on the run. Diving catch made there by Zaire Dungy again. So Dungy gained a 14 to move the Sticks down to the 26-yard line.
Good enough for a Ringgold first
Mapletown up 20-12 over Monessen. Actually, Steve, they're telling me that Caden Frio has changed jersey numbers. He's wearing 55.
Okay.
So Caden Frio wearing 55. Thank you very much, Courtney Radcliffe, for that. Now 1st and 10, and a little flare out on the near side. Pass incomplete. Intended there for Evan Parsons.
I wonder why he would change jerseys.
Maybe it got torn. That could have happened. Or they're using him on the offensive line, which is a possibility as well.
Maybe. Yeah, that's definitely probably what it is. Thank you for that information.
I think Courtney's down on the sidelines, probably has a better view than we have.
She must be listening to you in her ear, huh?
Yes, her and her husband, Harry. Always listen to our broadcast. We appreciate it. 2nd and 10 now for Ringgold. Cagna looking end zone near side, single coverage. The pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Almost an amazing catch there made by Evan Parsons. Caleb Rafel on the coverage there for the Mustangs defensively.
Good job by Rafel. And that was a good throw, and Rafel just stuck his hand in there at the last second and slapped the ball out of there, and that's a good play. There's another example of, the Rams close, but no cigar. Just cannot finish the job.
Berlin Brothers Valley now up 42-0 over Uniontown. That game a running clock in the second half. 24-7 here. Laurel Highlands over Ringgold. Cagna and the Rams facing a 3rd and 10. Cagna looking across the middle, no one home. Pass falls incomplete.
You got to go.
I think Parsons was the closest receiver in the vicinity. Cagna threw in a double coverage.
4th and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line, almost.
You're down 17. You got to go for it, I think.
Well, I don't know. I think if you're up 17, you got to. I mean, we're going to punt from the 26-yard line.
Well, they tried a field goal that was blocked earlier from Whaley.
Yeah, but that's a 45-yard field goal now from.
They don't have Harry Radcliffe on their team.
It's cold.
33 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Cagna back out of the gun, has Newton off to his right. Twin receivers to each side. 4th and 10. Cagna, a little pump fake. Now let it go. Far side, single coverage in the end zone. Jump ball and a battle for it. And who has it? Usually the tie goes to the receiver, and it does. Touchdown, Ringgold.
Now there's a flag there, I believe. I thought I saw a flag on the ground, Brian. I don't know if you see one.
Who made that catch down there, Steve?
Cagna's pass.
Don't know.
Is complete. Tolliver.
Daryl Tolliver with the reception from 26 yards out.
There's no flag in the end zone, so okay.
It's going to stand. So Cagna to Tolliver, 26-yard reception. And that was one of those good old-fashioned jump balls. Those two guys were going at it, and Tolliver came out of the pack with it. Now Whaley's extra points on the way and good. So Ringgold back to within 10, still of a game. It's Laurel Highlands 24, Ringgold 14. 20 seconds left here in the 3rd. We're back in 60 here in the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., it's the season for trick-or-treating and scary stuff.
No tricks here at Autoland, only treats.
I guess you're talking about deals, not candy.
Just in time for cool weather, get a new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited with 1.9% financing for 36 months, plus $500 HMF bonus cash, or up to $1,250 in HMF bonus cash. Prefer a luxury sedan? Treat yourself to the same deal on a new 2023 Sonata Limited.
Payments are important. Have any leasing treats?
You bet. Lease a 2023 Elantra SE for 36 months for $219 per month and get great fuel economy and surprising roominess, too.
No reason to be scared when you buy a new Hyundai with 3-year free complimentary maintenance, Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, 5-year 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper coverage. Autoland Hyundai, 25 East Fayette Street, Uniontown, or visit their website at AutolandHyundai.com.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
It's turned out to be a pretty good game tonight. Laurel Highlands 24, Ringgold 14. Kakagna to Daryl Tulliver on a 26-yard touchdown pass on the last drive. Abby Whaley adding the extra point. And with 20.8 seconds left here in the third quarter, Ringgold back to within 10 of Laurel Highlands at 24-14. That capped off a 7-play, 75-yard drive that took 1:35 off the clock. Now Whaley set to kick off again. Mustangs with Gallagher back deep to receive, standing right around the Mustang 11-yard line. Whaley with the run up and a squib kick down the middle of the field, picked up here by the Mustangs' Tristan Baker, and Baker on the right side. Getting close to midfield with another flag on the play, and Baker takes it down right around the Ringgold 45-yard line. We'll check the flag. With 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's been a lot of laundry tonight, Steve.
Yep.
They're going to pick up the flag. So Laurel Highlands will start this drive in Ringgold territory at the Rams 45-yard line.
Laurel Highlands will put it in play, 1st and 10.
And we get a play or two here to end the third quarter before he switches sides. Line of scrimmage will be the Ringgold 43 on the far hash mark. The Mustangs will put it in play here with Gallagher out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side. Single coverage to the far side. A protector back to each side of Gallagher. And there'll be a run going here to Tristan Baker. And Baker getting inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Right past the first down sticks. Baker needed 10, got 11, and that will end the third quarter of play with Laurel Highlands leading Ringgold 24-14. We're back with a fourth in 60 seconds here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim
This is
Witt.
Dr. Fraser Stokes. Severe heartburn, chest pain, and regurgitation are symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease. This can lead to complications including ulcers, narrowing, and precancerous cells in the esophagus. At SWGI, our board-certified gastroenterologists, Drs. Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I specialize in the care of reflux. Call 724-437-7677 or visit swgispecialist.com.
Laurel Highlands a 24-14 lead over Ringgold as we start the fourth quarter. Mustangs working left to right as we describe it. And Steve, we mentioned Friel. He is in as a right tackle right now for Laurel Highlands.
That would explain the number switch.
Yep, wearing number 55. 1st and 10 here for the Mustangs from the Ringgold 32. Another flag coming in. This handoff going to Parker Hoff, and Hoff lowers the shoulder, gets down inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Jamar Bethea on the tackle. Would have won as a gain of 8, but we'll check the flag, which is thrown back at the 34-yard line. Let's get to the point, Steve. Enough already with these flags, right? Guess if they're penalties, you gotta call them.
Well, it's just another one of those probably
against the Mustangs.
Yeah, just a misalignment. Probably didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, something like that, because if it would have been motion or illegal motion, they would have stopped the play. We talked about that earlier. So
rather make those mistakes, though, here against Ringgold than maybe in 2 weeks for a WPIAL playoff game. And you have Connellsville next week. Might not be a walk in the park either, Steve. Remember, Connellsville knocked off Ringgold earlier on this season.
Yeah. Well,
so you never know what you're going to get. Triple left set here for the Mustangs. Line of scrimmage now the 37. And Gallagher an option play, calling his own number, gets down to the 31, pickup of 6. We're going to have 2nd down and 9 with 11:45 left on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. So Ron calling his own number. 2nd and 9. And the Mustangs next week taking on Connellsville. Same airtime, Friday nights. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kickoff set for 7. We'll also have the final game of the season for Uniontown next Thursday against Carrick. That game at Bill Powers Stadium, senior night for the Red Raiders. 2nd and 9. Gallagher out of the shotgun. Rolls out to the far side. He'll throw it out. It goes over the head of Caleb Rayful, the intended wide receiver. Bring up 3rd down.
He had DeShields kind of going in the left corner of that end zone, the back corner. If he'd have waited about half a second and let DeShields kind of clear, he would have been wide open. And DeShields is letting him know. So, hey, run that play again, buddy. Let's go back to that one in a play or two. Look, he's talking to Gallagher now, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run that again.
3rd and 9 now for Laurel Highlands. And from the Ringgold 31-yard line, protector banked each side of Gallagher as he takes the snap. Flush to the near side, throws on the run. Pass was tipped, falls incomplete. Was looking there for Antoine Black. Broken up by Ringgold, Sebastian, Buchak, Sandy.
Now what do you do here? You're up by 10. And do you kick a field goal? I mean, that's a long field goal.
About 48 yards.
48 yards. It's cold. So I think you're going to, now, I think if you're up by 17, you try the field goal. Let the kid try it. But, now it's kind of a.
4th down and 9 from the Ringgold.
They're going to go for it here. 4th and 9 from the Ringgold 31. Gallagher with Tristan Baker off to his right. Keandre and Rayful off to the far side. Antoine Black, single coverage to the near side. H-back is Parker Hoff, and movement here at the line. Wow.
You still got to go for it. You can't punt from here.
You had Antoine Black and Parker Hoff moving at the same time.
Well, Hoff's allowed to move. He's going sideways. He was going in motion, but Black went down the field about 3 yards. You can't do that.
Right on that. Now 4th and 14. Line of scrimmage now. The
Snags and 36. I can confirm that it definitely got colder out here, Brian. We almost, I don't know if you noticed this, but at halftime I almost started a fire in there with my blanket against that heater. But
4th and 14. Gallagher's going to look deep down the near sideline. Antoine Black is loose and has it on the run, and Black takes it down to the 1-yard line. Wow. 35-yard gain on a 4th and 14.
Well, if you're a Ringgold fan, that's a killer, and that's a great get for the Mustangs on a 4th down and long.
Player down.
Yeah, Ringgold player down. That's he's getting up.
34 yards.
UPMC Center's Free-App Services injury timeout. Ram down. We'll step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day.
Laurel Highlands will put it in.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon. Closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
The injured Ringgold player is number 14, Sebastian Buchak Sandy, the 5'11", 165 senior, able to hop up under his own power, but now Laurel Highlands set up with a 1st and goal here from the Ringgold 1-yard line. Sandy still walking off on the far side. 10:59 left here in regulation. Laurel Highlands up 24-14, but looking to tack on another touchdown.
Bethea, the injured Ram.
Now from the 1-yard line, Gallagher with Tristan Baker off to his left. Spread out the field. And Gallagher takes the snap, scrambles to the far side, just needs a block. He'll get it, and he'll go into the end zone from a yard out for another rushing touchdown. Rodney Gallagher extends the Laurel Highlands lead to 30-14. And for Rodney, that's his 3rd rushing touchdown tonight.
Well, that's
Radcliffe to attempt the point after touchdown.
Pretty good answer there by the Mustangs. Black made a great catch down in that corner. And fans are starting to file out, Brian, a little bit. You see some cars moving out. Just chilly, I think, for people.
High snap coming back. Leahy puts it down, and Radcliffe able to power it through. Give Leahy credit there to get that snap down. And Radcliffe.
Concentration of Radcliffe to be able to realize his man got it down.
It was a fire in the hole situation, but they connected on the extra point, and a 31-14 lead for the Mustangs over the Ringgold Rams. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Planning a sports fundraiser? B Graphics makes it easy. B Graphics will set up an online store with hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and other gear with your team and school logo. Ordering, shipping, payment, B Graphics handles everything, and you get a check with the profits. Minimal effort, maximum success. Call or go online to set up your online store at bgraphics.com. B-E-E, graphics with an X.com. Best of the best, screen printing and embroidery 3 years running. bgraphics.com.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
And I'm McKenna.
And we're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf nights, and bowling, along with other activities.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
All right, Cliff, taking your advice here, Steve, booting it deep, and the Ringgold player having some trouble with it, but he'll roll into the end zone for a touchback. So Rodney Gallagher, 3 rushing touchdowns tonight. Also had a passing score to Keandre DeShields in the last drive, a 6-play, 55-yard drive. Took 1:25 off the clock to extend the Laurel Highlands lead to 31-14.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been doing that all night. It could kick it that far.
The South Union Township Sports Network.
So Ringgold will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
A very special welcome back to our own Jerry Dupay.
Did they ever have your bobblehead night here, Steve, this year? I never got one.
Yeah.
I missed that game.
Yeah, I bought them all. I got them all. Yeah. I didn't want anybody to have one.
Well, you're complaining about the cold. What happened to your orange hunting jacket that you wore that anybody can spot you from?
Everybody makes fun of me for that, but that
would have been a good jacket to wear tonight.
Yeah.
So Ringgold now down 31-14. Kakagna looking to put it up. He'll throw it off on the far side. Pass falls incomplete. Had a couple of guys around there, including Zaire Dungy. That falls incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10.
Got in there at halftime a little bit. I was giving the stats back to Tony, and I leaned up against that heater, and I put my blanket, that was kind of making a little funnel there, and it was I was actually hot, which was nice. And then
you say you almost caught your jacket on fire?
No, my blanket.
Your blanket on fire.
Yeah, and I got a little blanket here, but it lasted for about 5 minutes of the third quarter. Now it's cold again, but it was all right.
You almost need just to go down to the snack bar and throw your blanket in the oven to stay warm. There's a little middle screen set up. That goes a 5-yard gain down to Dungy. Bring up 2nd and 5. Maybe we have a cold weather night next week. We'll probably be outside again next week for the Laurel Highlands Connellsville game. Maybe you can go before you come over to the game. Just throw your clothes in the oven.
I was thinking about bringing one of those gas heaters or something.
Yeah, that's a good call.
When you're for the golf cart or for tailgate or something.
We had another flag thrown on the far sideline.
I don't think they'll probably let us light it though in the stadium.
I have a couple of those portable heaters we brought out. We used those up at Beaver last year. Remember, Dice had one.
Yeah.
Up top, we had one in the press box as well. And that was a real cold game. You never know what might have a couple of those next few weeks.
Everybody's making fun of that jacket. My buddies texting me.
10:16 left here in regulation after the penalty. Now 2nd and 15 for Ringgold. Kakagna hanging in the pocket. Another pump fake. He's going to air deep far side on the run at midfield. Pass falls incomplete. He had Bethea there, and Jamar Bethea unable to hang on at midfield.
What you don't know about that jacket, Brian, I got orange overalls to match it. I could really go all orange, be a pumpkin.
Well, if it's cold next Friday, that's going to be a perfect time because Halloween's next Monday.
Yeah.
I want to see the whole outfit.
Yeah.
Bring it out to Connellsville. No one will miss you. They also have construction at the stadium at Connell, so they might actually confuse you for a construction worker. You never know. 3rd and 15 now for Ringgold. I think anyone who's not seen the jacket deserves to see it next week if it's cold. We're going to have timeout taken here by the Rams. We'll take one as well. 10:04 left in regulation. 31-14 Mustangs. We're back in 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis. We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case. If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
So Ringgold after the timeout with a 3rd and 15 upcoming. Line of scrimmage, the Rams' 15-yard line. Ringgold down 31-14. Cagna in the pocket. They're coming after him. He lost the football. I think Laurel Highlands recovered.
The Mustangs have it.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's see. That's
will be Mustangs football on the recovery. Lucas Ferens.
His dad Joey. I see him down there at Casey's for breakfast every once in a while. He might have an extra pancake celebration on that one tomorrow morning.
Dr. Michael George checking in as well from George Dental Associates. Appreciate Dr. Michael listening. Also Ed Walensky from Sandy Howell Notary Services watching our broadcast. Hello, Ed. And Joey Thurby Jr. from Thurby's Riverside Ford also on our live stream. Appreciate all those folks watching.
Dr. Mike, I'm sure he'll be watching the...
He says you have him cracking up, Steve. The Mustangs set up here. For the 1st and goal.
Everybody's making fun of my jacket.
At the 6-yard line, Rodney throwing on the run has Antoine Black down to the 4-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and goal now from the 4.
What you don't know about that jacket, Brian, I bought that jacket. We used to go shooting sporting clays every year.
That would make a lot of sense.
At Nemacolin on the New Year's Eve. And I bought that jacket. It's actually like for hunting grouse and all that stuff, and I've never been hunting in my life, but I bought that jacket because I thought it was cool looking, but everybody makes fun of it.
2nd and goal from the 4. Inside run, big hole and into the end zone for a Mustang. Touchdown is Parker Hoff.
Right up the middle. No, great job. Let's give credit, Brian, to this Mustang offensive line. You know, Molyneux in there got a nice block, and Billy Barton, Fletcher, Cam Bradley, all those guys have done a great job all year, and they've just been making holes. And the Mustangs running game has been really good the last couple weeks. And let's give those guys some credit.
Yeah, this was just a 10-7 Laurel Highlands lead at halftime. They've opened it up to 37-14 here in the second half.
That's the way it goes. Football's a tough game, and Ringgold playing some good football, but they just can't seem to put it together and finish drives, and the Mustangs have been able to finish drives. Of course, when you have Rodney Gallagher on your team, it makes it a little easier.
Radcliffe adds the extra point. He's 5 for 5 on extra points. It's a 38-14 lead for the Mustangs. 9:21 left in regulation. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your savings.
Harry Radcliffe's kickoff going out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ringgold at their own 35-yard line. So again, Parker Hoff 4-yard touchdown run occurred at the 9:21 mark of the fourth quarter, capped off just a 2-play, 6-yard drive, took 37 seconds off the clock. Harry Radcliffe 5 for 5 on extra points. Also had the 45-yard field goal back in the first half, as Laurel Highlands now a comfortable 38-14 lead with 9:21 still left here in the fourth quarter.
Radcliffe, at least he tried to kick it deep. That was pretty good. He just kind of he punch-knuckled that one to the left.
Little quick out near side. That one in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver there, Austin Pahowick.
I'll tell you what, this kid is a pretty good little thrower for Ringgold. They've had just nothing good happen. I mean, they're making some good plays, and then they shoot themselves. They just can't sustain any drives.
Going up with some decent stats.
Yeah,
when all is said and done, we give our final stats during our post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. Our stat report brought to you by Peachens Pharmacy.
More than doubled our yardage in the first half.
Correct.
And they've moved the ball a little bit in the second half. Of course, the Mustangs have done much better offensively the second half.
9:17 left in regulation. Inside run there, and great penetration from Tristan Baker.
Yep.
2-yard loss on the play. Mustang defense showed a couple of holes early on, Steve, but when it's counted here, especially in the second half, they've come through. 3rd and 12 now.
It's 3rd down.
I give Barton and Fletcher, those guys have done a great job up front.
Newton off to the right now of Kakagna in the backfield. Kakagna takes the snap. They're coming after him again. Hoff hit him as he released the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at midfield by Hunter Kuzier. That's his second pick of the game. Kuzier on the near side looking for a little run back down the near sideline, and he'll take it back inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. A lot of that was set up, Steve, I think, by Hoff nailing Kakagna as he released the football. Ball hung up, and Kuzier able to make the pick.
We have a timeout for an injured player.
Players, I think that's Kuzier down, probably got a little winded maybe. But, it was. I was worried that Hoff was going to get a roughing the passer. He really gave a lick to Kakagna, but he was just got there as he released the ball, so you almost have to give him the benefit of the doubt there. And so then, of course, that forced, you're right, Hoff forced a high throw, and Kuzier right there to scoop it up.
That was actually an injured Ringgold player down there, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
76, Jerry Meese.
Jerry Meese, the injured
Meese able to walk off on the far side.
And it's a lot less crowded down there in front of you now, Brian. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Yes, starting to get
thin. The hillside is empty to our left.
And Steve, we actually have a pair of mayors up in the press box tonight. Of course, Tony Hanula, the unofficial mayor of Hopwood, but Greg Gary, the mayor of Monongahela, is actually on the Ringgold coaching staff.
He's the actual
mayor of Monongahela, yes. Not like Tony.
Tony's, in my book,
he's our mayor.
I think I nominated him and coined that phrase many moons ago when we were.
He ran that runoff against Arnie Amber and won decidingly years back. And there's another inside run for the Mustangs here on Senior Day.
New runner there.
Christian Richards, a senior, 5'6", 185 pounds. Give him some reps. That's good to see. And Richards able to take it to the 30-yard line, gain of 4 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Well, that's a pretty good run there, and you see. Maybe give him a chance to run the ball. Maybe coach will see something that if he needs some help later on during the year.
Richards remains to the right of Gallagher in the backfield. Triple left set, single coverage with Black to the near side. And Richards is going to get another carry here on the far side. Try to spin forward and got hit the line and dropped for no gain on the play. Then it was pushed in the back after the whistle. Should have been unsportsmanlike conduct there on Cam Smith. I don't think it was called, though.
Yeah, Richardson didn't like it either, did he? He got up, snapped around.
I mean, Smith literally pushed him in the back after Richards was getting back up. You can't do that.
Football's it's a physical game, Brian.
Yeah, but in a high school game, though, you can't allow that. 3rd and 6. Line of scrimmage the 31. They need just inside the 25 for a first down. Gallagher out of the shotgun, twin receivers to each side, trying to set up the screen to Richards, and Richards is there, and needs to break a couple of tackles. Not going to be able to do that. So he lost 4 back to the original line of scrimmage to the 34.
Next thing you know, you're going to tell me you agreed with those roughing the passer calls on Brady the other day.
We're going to bring out Radcliffe now. Will it be a field goal attempt here? He hit a 53-yarder earlier. This will be a 51.
It should be, yes, it should be 51 if they line up correctly. Yep, they're going to put
the far hash. And Lehue the holder.
Now this is a perfect situation.
Oh yeah, just have a little fun with
If it's a little closer game, you probably don't try this, but why not give the kid a chance to kick one?
Get him a couple more scholarship offers if he can make it. A timeout will be taken. Timeout Laurel Highlands. Take one as well. 6:21 left here in the fourth. 38-14 Mustangs. Step aside for a quick 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
M&R Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, has been helping students travel safely to school in Fayette County for more than 3 years. M&R Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands football team and wishes all of our area teams the best of luck. For more information about M&R Transit, phone 724-439-3164 or stop into their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Back here at Mustang Field, 38-14 Laurel Highlands on top of Ringgold. Also have to thank our video stream sponsors today, Maruca's Pizza Shop and Uniontown Detailing. Always do a great job there. Steve, I had my car down there about a month or so ago, and they did a nice job cleaning it up right before the high school football season. You saw my car going in. It was not pretty.
Your car could always use a little cleaning, but mine too. I might have to take mine down there. You know what, that penalty, Brian, or that, the timeout, they didn't have enough people on the field. Of course, late in the game, the substitutions and whatnot, they were missing a lineman.
51-yard field goal here for Radcliffe. He's able to boom it down on the far side, but missed it wide left. Had the distance.
Plenty of distance.
So missed it wide left. Ringgold will take over. 38-14 Mustangs, 6:16 left in regulation. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Quality care doesn't have to be hard to find. NovaCare Rehabilitation has locations in Uniontown and Masontown and is accessible for all of your recovery needs. Same-day appointments and no referral needed means making an appointment is an easy process. Industry-leading treatments, including LBST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks, are available at both locations. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. Don't miss the opportunity to personalize your care with NovaCare.
Mustangs up 38-14, 6:16 left here in regulation. Steve, before we know it's going to be basketball season. Our good buddy Ware Gladman checking in on our live stream tonight. My man.
Ware, my man.
Hello, Ware. Hope all is well tonight.
I love that guy.
Mustangs sitting pretty here. Low snap coming back. Cagna just falls on it back of the 10-yard line. Last one was 10 yards on the play.
Bet you they're excited at Coach K. They're going to look like they're going to have a good team.
They're going to have a lot of good teams in the area between Uniontown and Laurel Highlands this year. I mean, those games, you're going to be off the charts. Both teams playing in the same conference this year. Mustangs open up in the Mount Lebanon tip-off tournament. Red Raiders opening up in the Norwin tip-off tournament against Steel Valley. The Mustangs, Steve, have a game in their Christmas tournaments against West Philadelphia. So that should be fun.
We're not going to West Philadelphia.
No, the game's going to actually be at the CCBC Dome in Beaver County. Cagna throwing on the run. High pass brought down, and that's Pahowick.
Have we ever been there?
Able to get a couple of yards back. I do not believe so. We did some games up at Penn State Beaver back in the day, but never the CCBC Dome. And both Laurel Highlands, of course, they were quarterfinalists last year in 5A. West Philadelphia was a state quarterfinalist in 4A. A season ago.
Are we going to Montour again? That was a nice game.
Yeah, Uniontown is playing there at Montour on a Sunday against an opponent to be announced, and we'll have that game for you coming up in late January this year. That's always a fun tournament to go to. Here's Cagna on 3rd and 13.
On a Sunday.
He's going to air it up on the far side, and he'll get picked off. Is that Kuzier again? That's his third interception of the game. Kuzier on the run back inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line.
He's making a bid for player of the game.
You think so? 3 interceptions? I think you got to give it to him.
I'll give it to him right now.
He's our Davis & Davis defensive player of the game. Hunter Kuzier, 3 interceptions. So Mustangs take over after the pick. 5:16 left in regulation, up 38-14. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Going on on now at Silver Chevy East.
Get a new 2022 Chevy Trax with all-wheel drive for only $269 per month. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly with $2,999 cash or trade equity down with GM Lease Loyalty or Lease Conquest. Payment is for tax, title fees, and first payment. Sale ends October 31st, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-668-2231.
Mustang senior Christian Richards getting another carry here. Maybe got a yard. Inside the 24 down to the 23-yard line. See, we're talking about the basketball season. What's interesting for Uniontown, they'll actually play 5 straight games outside the state of Pennsylvania around the holidays. They're going down to Florida again for the KSA tournament. Then they'll play a pair of games between Christmas and New Year's in Garrett County.
You doing that one?
No, not in Florida, no. I think we are going to do the games down in Garrett County. Looking at our schedule with 4:40 left. Mustangs, little banana bunch here off to the right on 2nd and 9. Go back to Richards again, giving him some work late. And Richards, nice run here, getting 7, maybe 8. Down close to the 15-yard line. 4:27 left. Laurel Highlands, a comfortable 38-14 lead. Again, we'll have football games for both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands on the air next week. Red Raiders taking on the Carrick Raiders at Bill Powers Stadium next Thursday at 7 o'clock. And we have Laurel Highlands taking on Connellsville at Connellsville Friday at 7. Both nights start with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6.
Let's not forget to give the Ringgold Rams credit. They fought hard tonight. They played good. They got some talent. It just
I agree.
They just can't seem to put it together.
They played a solid game. Screen over the head there of Richards.
That's
plays whistled down. That was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looked like that went to me. That looked backwards. Didn't it look backwards?
It did. At least from our angle.
Yeah.
Now 4th for the Mustangs. You bring Harry out here again for another field goal.
Yeah, that's almost child's play for them. I mean, they're gonna let him kick one. Yeah.
4th and 2, 3:52 left in regulation. Let's do the math here, Steve. 34 yards?
That's going to be the ball's on the 16.
They had it on the 17 on the scoreboard. So about 30. Let's see, 26, 33.
Should be 33-yarder. Yep.
33 from the far hash.
Now we got an extra player on the field. We got to waste another timeout. This is the 2nd time in a row. This has got to drive Coach Colasar crazy. Here's the problem, Brian. You got a lot of substitutes in the game.
Yeah.
But now you're kicking a field goal. Nobody knows who's supposed to go in, who's not supposed to go in.
It's tough situation. We'll step aside for a quick 33:52 left in regulation. 38-14 Mustangs are back in 30 here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere, it's all at Mom Maruca's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruca's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruca's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarucaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
So the Mustangs still going to kick here. It'll be a 33-yard field goal for Harry Radcliffe from the far hash mark. Leland Lehue, the holder. Clean snap coming back. Leland puts it down. Radcliffe plenty of distance. Did he sneak it through? Yes, he did. So Harry Radcliffe, his second made field goal of the game, 33-yarder. Extends the Laurel Highlands lead to 41-14. 3:47 left in regulation. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all our local teams for a great season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It's the result of the hard work of both the players and the coaches, as well as the support of their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Uniontown Red Raiders, from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service? Sandy Howell Notary Services, LLC, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, PA, is here to help with transfers, plate renewals, new PA plates, and more. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and surrounding areas. Open weekday evenings starting at 5:30 p.m., Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sandy Howell Notary Services, 158 Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Harry Radcliffe to kick off here for Laurel Highlands after he connected on a 31-yard field goal and hooking this one deep into the end zone for a touchback. Mapletown tonight, Steve, a 26-18 win over Monessen. So congratulations to the Maples. They're 9-0. They'll wrap up their regular season next week against West Green. Just good to see for
free maple pancakes for everybody.
Yeah. George Message and the staff out there at Mapletown always doing a good job. We actually had George and Landon Stevenson, who's their top running back, on the air with us a couple of weeks ago with Phil Michael on WMBS. And the Mustangs here looking to improve to 6-2 overall. Move to 4-1 in the
Boy, how many games
Big 7 conference
have the Mustangs done this? They just look like average. They almost got outplayed in the first half. Somehow the score's tied or we're up by a couple. And then the second half they've dominated.
And turned it on for sure. Run here from Bethea, a little cut back. Gets across the
second half
20
team.
Down to the 22-yard line.
That's the mark of some good coaches.
Yep. 2nd and 8.
Making good adjustments in there and
Bethea on the carry, Baker on the stop. Gain of 1 on the play.
All right, this game's kind of drug on a little bit here, Steve. 3:25 left in regulation.
Well, I think the second half has definitely gone faster than the first half, though. At least it's
had a lot of passes thrown in there, which kind of slowed things down a little bit.
It seems like it's moving along. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left in the game, so it's.
DeCagna, a little flare off to his right, and a minimal gain. Once again, it's Bethea for a 2-yard pickup, be 3rd down and 6.
A lot of passes, but they complete. But the Ringgold Rams have completed a lot of passes, which keeps the clock moving.
For sure. And a 2:52 left in regulation.
And the steady flow of traffic now going out, and it's.
Well, the good news is for us, we won't have as much traffic when we leave.
Yeah. Everybody's getting in their cars, turning those heaters on.
Sure, you're ready to do that.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was. I think it's actually warmer now than it was in the first half. First half was colder for some reason.
You're lucky, too. They have no wind tonight. Here's 3rd and 6. DeCagna thrown out on the far side, well over the head of the intended wide receiver there, Pahalik. Bring up 4th down.
DeCagna's pass is incomplete.
Bring out the punter here, yes.
Yeah, now you got a punt.
Aiden Whaley down 41-14. We'll punt it away. Standing back.
You wonder
the 7-yard line.
You wonder why you still have Gallagher back there returning punts at a 41.
Highlight reel on senior day.
I guess. I mean, I just don't get it. You think you'd want to save him for the playoffs?
Yeah, you hope he doesn't get hurt. Yeah. Low snap coming back and having trouble with it. There is Whaley, and Aiden Whaley is going to be tackled back at the 8-yard line, and the Mustangs will take over with good field position. 2:17 left in regulation. Mustangs up 41-14. We're back in 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Law. I have experience in workplace accident cases for nearly 15 years. If you've been hurt at work and are trying to navigate a workers' compensation claim, are you being treated unfairly by your employer? When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to do that. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call us at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
So Laurel Highlands to take over now at the Ringgold 10-yard line.
Duke's in at quarterback now, I think.
Christian Richards off to his right. Duke only a sophomore. I check that, a junior. Junior for the Mustangs, 5'11", 185 junior. A little interior run here for maybe a yard down to the 10-yard line.
Let that clock run.
And I can't see Ringgold taking any timeouts here, Steve, at 41-14.
Nope.
He'd probably run it pretty well. Close to zeros here without even having to turn it over on downs or pick up a first down. Duke had the last run for a yard. Now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 9, excuse me, from right around the 10-yard line. You have a lot of second teamers in there right now for Laurel Highlands. Duke again with Richards off to his right. 1:36 to play. Duke takes the snap. They'll run it again here with Richards between the tackles, and Christian Richards gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6 from the 7. We'll get our first down right around the 1.
Tackled by Cam Smith.
1:18 left. 29 seconds left on the play clock.
3rd and goal.
Now you have another late sub coming in here for the Mustangs. Ethan Brewer, 5'5", 145 sophomore. He'll line up as a slot wide receiver here for the Mustangs.
You know, I was just told, Brian, the Steelers are playing Sunday night.
Yes, against Miami. Here's Duke.
Prime time.
Run the whole way himself, and he'll get brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 15. So you'll have about a 7-second difference here between the play clock and the game clock.
The ball carrier.
Should just kneel on it, I would think.
Well, it's 4th down. They'd still give it back to Ringgold. About 7 seconds to kill, but not like it really matters much at this juncture of the game. See what they decide to do. I'll break the huddle here. 4th down.
They could drop back and throw a high lob out of the end zone.
Correct, to just kill the game.
Like you gotta cover about 6 seconds, right?
Let's see when they snap it. Play clock down to 5. Duke snapped it too early. 11 seconds still left in the game. Duke's going to look towards the back corner of the end zone and gets intercepted. Be a touchback there in the end zone. So Ringgold have one final snap. 3.7 seconds left. Mustangs up 41-14. One final 30-second timeout here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Looks like COVID may be with us for a while, so it's time to order your free at-home COVID test so you will have them when you need them. Peach & Pharmacy can help you get your free COVID test. Just call 724-626-9600. That's 724-626-9600. Or you can stop into the pharmacy inside Peach & Market in Connellsville. Peach & Pharmacy also has all the COVID vaccines and boosters available. So while COVID may be with us for a while, Peach & Pharmacy is with you.
So the Rams to take one final snap here tonight. And they're just going to take a knee here, Steve, just to end the game. Good sportsmanship there on the Ringgold side. So the Mustangs, after a close first half, again, Laurel Highlands led just 10-7 at halftime. You weren't with us earlier, but end up with a solid second half for a 41-14 win tonight. Laurel Highlands improving now to 6-2 overall, 4-1 in the Big 7 Conference. Ringgold drops to 0-9 overall.